Hello, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Mase and Shady Show. I'm here with Halle Berry. Or is it Beyonce in
I
the
don't know. I was giving Beyonce serving a little Etta James,
show?
Beyonce a la Etta James, I was just going a little short,
I like it. I like it.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's my birthday weekend.
When is the day?
So my birthday's on Tuesday, but I took
Okay,
some time off. So I was in the bed sleep. That's why we running late tonight because I was just
right. And I don't celebrate. I don't say happy birthday until after the birthday. I'm very superstitious.
Yeah.
Hey, Ranton. Hey, Robin.
Thank you for everybody that's in the chat right now.
My auntie's there.
I see Robin in the chat. I see Ranting and everybody who's coming along, everybody who's catching the replay. We appreciate you.
How was your week?
It was hectic. I was trying to get through the week just so I can get to these days where I can relax.
Right. He's like, let me just push through because,
just let me not cuss nobody out this week. Let me just try to smooth everything over so we can get to the end. So my week, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's the weekend. It's hot down here in Atlanta, but I know it's snowing in California, which
was snowing here too earlier.
But in California,
yeah. But I've been telling the people.
Snow.
I've been warning the people. I've been trying to tell the people, about what's going on and about the second sun that's coming. It's a lot of stuff going on. And then say happy birthday. Today's my yesterday was my father's birthday, and today is my cousin Poppy's birthday. Happy birthday, Poppy! And it's my great grandmother's birthday who passed away. So happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday to every Pisces out there. Hey, Shar.
Hey, Shar.
So,
oh my God, my father is so crazy. I had a funny story real quick. Have you ever been dissed by way of somebody not opening their mouth, talking crap? Like you get dissed by way of them? Like my father is a Weight Watcher.
Yeah, I understand.
He's always watching someone's weight. Like as soon as you gain a pound, he's the type of like, you gain weight? Oh, you need to go on a diet. You need to do this. Like he's one of those like always watching something. Like I look in the mirror, I see how big I am. So like I said, I had weight loss surgery. So I was bigger before. So he gets around my cousin and he's telling her, and it's a funny story too, because I worked with my cousin in Marshall for like a half a year and I never knew it was my cousin. So she ended up going to our grandmother's house and she saw the picture. She's like, what you doing with my friend picture on the wall? She said, that's your cousin. That's my granddaughter. It's weird. But he's sitting there watching her weight. So he's telling her like, you need to, lose weight and you need to push away from the table because you're gaining too much weight. So she turns around and tells him, you need to tell your daughter because she's one hamburger away from obese from death. So he ends up telling me, right? Because I had the weight loss surgery, I lost weight. So he was like, oh my God, Maxine, Sharon, do you saw Sharon? Did Sharon see you? So I was like, no, Sharon didn't see me. He was like, yeah, you need to let Sharon see because she's gonna say that you one hamburger away from obese and that you need to lose weight. And I'm like, wait, why would she say that? Like, what led up to this? So she just calling me out. He was like, nah, because I was telling her that she was overweight and that she needs to lose weight. And she told me, well, you need to tell your daughter to. I was like, look, stop watching people weight because you're gonna have me fighting in by way of how I'm getting dissed by way of you.
That's how older people do. That older generation don't care about your feelings. They just gonna go ahead and tell you. My grandma does the same thing. Oh, you gained. Oh, you lost. When I lose weight, are you sick? No, you basically was calling me fat last time. I lost weight, and then now you asking me, am I sick? But that's how we do.
I'm like, you got to stop watching people weight because I'm getting dissed by way of you watching people weight. Like, leave me out of it.
So let's get started with the mess. We have some foolishness to cover. But first, let's start off with some Potomac tea because it's actually quite a little bit of tea going on in the Potomac streets. Whenever the reunion happens in the off season, that's when the drama kicks up because people got to keep their checks coming in. So first thing, did you see the trailer for Girls Trip, the upcoming girls trip that they're going to Thailand? Giselle and Candace are gonna be on it.
I did see a little clip of it, and the clip that I saw was, I believe, Candace really drilling into Portia about Portia stealing somebody's man.
Yes, and I'm like, should I watch this show because it seems like it's gonna be good. I want to see Candace come after Portia. Also, Candace and Giselle still continue their beef from Potomac on this show, and it per the arguments because she doesn't have Robin to balance off of. I want to see that dynamic. And Giselle, she doesn't really know how to talk. That's why people have to talk for her. So during one of the arguments, Giselle admits that she lied on behalf of Candace. She said, "Don't act like I didn't lie for you." So by you saying that, are you talking about the Monique situation? Or are you talking about the Ashley situation, Ashley Darby, which I don't think it was that. I think it was more the Monique situation because they was on one accord during that time.
Yeah, but I don't understand what she would have lied about, like lied for.
So we're gonna have to watch the show to find out.
Yeah, I think I'm very interested. They got Portia up there. You know, Portia's gonna always bring some damn drama.
If Portia's gonna be on girls trip, you might as well come back to Atlanta. That's my thing. Might as well. You already filming for Bravo.
I thought she was back in Atlanta.
Go ahead and come back to Atlanta.
Well, I'm here for the show. I want to see the show. I think, you know, I want to see that dynamic. Like you said, you know, Giselle standing alone. Let's see how she handles it. And I want to see Portia, who's going to be her allies and who she's going to fight with. Obviously, Candace, that's going to be a big issue. You know, Candace is coming for her. How did you get married? You know, you just stole Fallon's man. You looked at her flaws and stole a man, you know.
And we also have to talk about, it's a rumor going around that Robin and Charisse are on the chopping block for the next season. I believe this, and I really do believe this. If they can get somebody better than Charisse, they're going to pick that person. Charisse was not a good friend to the show.
Charisse wasn't. I think Charisse needs to go for the simple fact of she didn't come with the real. Like, I think we would have wanted to see more of Charisse if she had came from an honest place and, you know, spoke about the struggles of her divorce and, you know, what she's going through and why she had on that plastic wig and that she couldn't afford a human one or, you know, even a sensational synthetic. If she had came, you know, honest from an honest place and told the people like, I went from a champagne room to a salsa water walkway. Oh, you know, I would have been more interested because a lot of women go through divorces and, you know, it's a lot to get back on your feet sometimes. And it's a lot of emotional stress. And she could have been, you know, an inspiration to divorcees everywhere. But Charisse chose to ride Karen's coattail, which didn't work out well for her. So
that's the same thing I was talking about with Giselle. You could have used your storyline to inspire women, to identify with the public, but you chose to attack another woman who's been on the show. That's another way to do it, is attack the top dog. But at the same time, if you have nothing else going on and all you doing is attacking, you look thirsty. And the people don't really like Charisse. It's okay. You might have brought the group together, but the group can survive without you. It is surviving without you. The last thing about Potomac News, we have Kate, who's been begging on social media, begging Andy to get back on Potomac, saying that she got her life together and she has storylines and they haven't returned her calls. So she's begging to be on the show.
I saw it and I'm here for it. I say start the petition. I want KK back. I call her KK, Crazy Katie. I want KK back. I want her back on these Potomac streets. I think she has a lot to offer. I want to see those kids. I want to see how big the kids are now. Is she still with that white guy? Has she moved on? Is she dating black guys now? How she's doing with her foundation and her balls and galas? Is she still throwing those? I need to know a lot. And I want to see her mother. I want to know if she's still Jewish. I want to know a lot. Katie Katie's been missing, and I think Katie is what Potomac needs.
With
Honestly.
all that being said, and all that is true, Mase. And she was funny the last time she was on. But mentally, I don't think that she's all the way there. And I don't think that she's ready for a season of Potomac. Because it's not the same as it was season 1. It's a little bit more ruthless now. It's
But
definitely a lot more.
she was weak before, but I think she, a lot of times missing checks make you strong. No, serious, because you could be a weak white woman, but then as soon as when you start missing those checks, you get real strong. Like, what? No, I need to get out there. I'm strong now. I got it together. I think her bank account is probably advising her to get it together and be strong-minded, because last time Katie just disappeared, wasn't it? Katie just was gone. Katie got, they was arguing too much.
She left the trip early. She was on the trip and then she just disappeared and didn't tell anybody where she was going. Bravo was really mad about that because they are responsible for all the ladies while they're on the trip. So she's saying that she apologized, Andy, but Andy is still not returning her calls. So
I think they should at least give her a shot. I'm rooting for Katie. Like, even take Sharice's place. She could be a friend of,
I'd rather have her than Sharice, but I don't know if she's like mentally ready for it.
I think her pocket, I think being that, like I said, missing them checks will make you mentally stable. I think she's stable enough. She's obviously needing this for her to publicly beg for this position.
She's definitely in some type of need for her to be begging, or does she want the attention that bad?
Who else is in? I think Robin and Giselle is in need too, because it seems like Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady, does not want them to use his name. And even though I didn't equate Reasonably Shady with Slim Shady at all, I think he just doesn't like them.
Yeah, it to me, it just, you can't. I don't know if you can control the whole word shady, and nobody's thinking about Slim Shady when they talk about,
right. Because when I think about Giselle and Robin and Reasonably Shady, I do not equate that to Eminem or Slim Shady at all.
Why would you? It has nothing to do with, they have nothing.
But personally, I think he was watching the show, and I have, he may be a part of the BP crew. And if you know what I mean, the BP crew. So he probably looked at, Chris and wanted to stand in solidarity with Chris and was like, I don't like these hoes, and I'm not going to let them use this name. I think that's what happened.
They get what they get. I mean,
I think he's a fan. He watches the show and he didn't like what was going on. He was like, hey, Well, do you think they're going to have to change their podcast name?
They could change it to something else. Like, they could make a little small change to make it sound different, like we did. But I don't think it's going to affect them, because they could promote it on their social medias, whatever they change it to.
Yeah, because they could just go like Reasonably Lying.
Because they don't really have a lot of fans. Well, they have fans, but I mean,
I think RL would go great for them. I think Reasonably Lying would be an excellent name for them. They're reasonably, and they're sometimes lying, but for reasons.
A lot of times lying. So we're gonna stay tuned for that. Also, in Housewives news, we got to talk about Kim Hosiak. Her foreclosure was canceled. And Mase, you have a theory on what
allegedly they're saying how her foreclosure was canceled was because she has someone to technically buy her house, allegedly. Like when you're in foreclosure, someone can pay off your debt, and then you would have to I guess pay the payments maybe to them, and that if you go into default, the person will own the house. So allegedly that was how her foreclosure was stopped. But she was down to the internet having big sales on her used wigs. She has some of Croy's, looked like Croy's drawers was up there with some type of shorts, that was up for sale.
Her shoes and stuff. I know she was selling her bags.
It was a bag with a Louis Vuitton bag that was never even used, that she had up there for sale. Do you think this is when living beyond your needs means goes wrong?
I mean, you should never live beyond your means. You should always live under your means. So you won't fall into stuff like this. This is how you get in financial debt. Why do you need a mansion? You trying to live in a like Duluth or something when you probably need to be in Decatur. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have
I heard Big Papa was dead. Is Big Papa dead? Did I miss that?
He might be, depending on how old he was. I don't know if Big Papa.
Right about now, she needs to call Big Papa. Papa.
They said somebody did it. There was accused of Big Papa of doing it, but if Big Papa is supporting you while you with Croy, that's a whole nother issue.
Because only thing Croy brought to the table was a big booty and bills and some bad kids.
Some kids. She kept popping them kids up like it wasn't nothing. And kids are expensive. Y'all living in this house.
But you know, one thing about our persuasion counterparts, they will live on a lie. They will lie and lie to the end. They will lie until they die. Like the lies. And she will lie to hold on to this. Like, girl, you need to, I hope she got that townhouse. Move on back to that townhouse.
She still has the townhouse.
Sell this big, enormous house that you do not even need, or this room. Like, where do people get this from? I don't understand, because like I don't believe that she was raised with this immense amount of wealth.
She came from a trailer park. She came,
to whereas my kids can't stay in a townhouse. Like, child, you're going to be in foreclosure every other year. For what?
She come from a small town and she was smashing the sheriff in the town and allegedly caused a lot of controversy because she was underage at the time when she was smashing the sheriff. Allegedly, let me put the alleged banner because she been in the streets for a while. So let me see. Yeah, she been in the streets for a while. So now that she got Croy, she's talking about coming back to Atlanta.
I do not want her on Atlanta. I swear to God, if that damn Andy lets her anywhere near Atlanta, I'm never watching again. Never watching again.
Well, even though I don't like her, she does add an element of drama. I feel like if you
I don't want her drama. I don't want her white woman drama. I don't want it. I want the show to stay black. Like, you didn't even have to put the ebony on New York. Like, you could have let that show stay white. I wanted Ramona allegedly racist ass. I wanted Ramona to come there with the Ramona eyes and act like she's so aloof to everything. I wanted Bethany back. I wanted Jill Zarin back. I wanted the old crew back. They could have even dig up the lady with the one leg, that was swinging her leg off. You did not have to go. They just trying to be inclusive. It's just like it's like the Game of Thrones, like the House of Dragons. They trying to throw black people in there with bad wigs now. If you
put black people in the storyline, make it make sense.
Yeah, like you could have just left it the way it is. I don't mind watching an all white show, or I don't mind watching an all black show. We don't need to sprinkle in and mix it all up and get people to mixing and mingling.
No, I just feel like it's enough. I will say that there is enough all white programming and all white cast. Leave the black cast alone. Stop trying to sprinkle in like with Married to Medicine, sprinkle in a little Indian. Because that's not really Atlanta. That's not Atlanta, and
right.
So let's just keep it authentic. We're losing our authenticity. Let's just keep it Atlanta.
They put curry all over the ribs. I'm like,
and then allegedly she's on the chopping block too, because there is a rumor that because Dr. Heavenly, of course, was on her blog.
I love Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly cannot do nothing wrong.
Dr. Heavenly was talking about the upcoming season, and she posted pictures of the ladies, but she obviously excluded Dr. Contessa and Anila. It said, "Are you ready to see the ladies back next season?" And Anila wasn't there, Contessa wasn't there. Granted, she's beefing with Contessa, so she probably wouldn't post Contessa. But Anila, why would you not include a picture of Anila if she was going to be back next season?
I think Dr. Heavenly is very strategic, and I think she's throwing something out there, like a little clues or something. Because actually, Contessa could really go for me at this point, and I love, she's a beautiful. But I didn't like the way she flip flopped after she got back with her husband. It was the flip floppization for me. That I did not
Well,
like.
that's why, like I said, y'all need to get out people relationship because when they work it out, now everybody else is looking crazy because now you don't work it out with your
Right, but
man.
the only thing is that, girl, you got on national TV and said what you said about your husband, and your husband acted the way he acted on nationals. We see, girl, it's like the roach that stand still when you walking and they're not moving. Girl, we see you. We see you. We saw you. We watching. Like, girl, we seen you sit there and cry about him. We seen you sit there. He said he had a a therapist that you don't know. Girl, he did all these things. And then when they're reiterating stuff that you say he did, and then, oh, what are you talking about? When? Like, I was like, that was, now she's a Gemini too. So I was like, that was some old nasty old Gemini at its finest. Cause that was something like, when did I? And she just stood in it. I was like, girl, like, it's your fault that we're looking at your husband like that.
Well, she's, like I said, keep people out of your family business. I mean, your personal business, your relationship, because at the end of the day, when you do work it out, it just makes it easier just to be like, oh, we fixed it instead of going into detail because people gonna remember everything you said.
Speaking of working things out, do
So,
you think that the two buddies is gonna work it out, T.I. and Boosie? You think they're gonna work it out? Because
let's talk about it. So Boosie did an interview with DJ Vlad because Boosie and he working on a joint album that nobody asked for.
we did.
Together. Boosie decided he was going to do that because T.I. is a snitch. According to Boosie, and he snitched on his day. We back now? Because it kind of froze a little bit.
Yeah, it's breaking up. I can hear you now.
Okay, so T.I. responds basically saying that he didn't do nothing. His cousin would have wanted him to tell the truth and let the people know that he didn't do it or blah, 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 blah. And now recently, T.I. was in like a chicken wing joint talking smack about Boosie.
Wait, we got to give some backstory because this is like hilarious. Okay, so T.I. gets on somewhere, and I don't know if he's trying to be funny, but it sounded like he was telling the truth. He said that his cousin and him was charged with some charges with some guns or whatever like that. His cousin ends up passing away before the trial, what have you. So then the lawyers advised him like, hey, you don't need to take all this weight because, we could just blame it on the dead guy. And so he was like, okay, we'll put it on the dead guy. So which he said he put all the weight or whatever the charges on his dead cousin, and that was deceased. Boosie goes on Blatt, and Boosie is just hearing about the story allegedly. So Blatt asked him about it. So he said, oh, if you sitting there doing a crime with somebody and you end up telling or taking a plea, whatever, you are a snitch. And so basically called T.I. a snitch and was like, the album's off. I don't do albums with snitches. I only do albums with other raccoons. I'm an angry raccoon. I don't do album. He just went, he was real angry.
He looks like he need to drink some water.
He looks like a feral cat. He looks like a feral.
Some water.
He out there looking like a feral cat.
I'm drinking Coca-Colas all the time. Drink some water. This is what can happen to you.
This is giving feral cat. This is giving jaundice. This is giving like I don't drink enough water.
He does not. You can tell he do not drink water.
Like you got to drink some. We got to wring out them kidneys. You got to wrench out them kidneys. Like it's giving like when I pee, everybody run. Like my pee will peel off paint.
Like your pee should not stink. Your pee should not be.
It's giving strong. It's giving strong. It's strong old man piss.
No. Drink water. Drink water when you wake up and drink water before you go to bed, please.
Yes, it's just giving strong, like
It's definitely giving jaundice around the eyes a little bit. T.I. don't look much better with them.
No, he looks like a feral cat. He looks like a domestic short hair.
I think he's trying to hang with the young kids, but at the end of the day, nobody asked for a joint album. So
yeah, this was like, but like you said, T.I. went down to a chicken spot or somewhere and pulled out his paperwork. I don't know if you want to pull up the video of him pulling up his paperwork.
You sent it to me via
IG, the fair use commentary. We got to, fair use commentary. This is via Hollywood Unlocked, I believe.
Let me see. It was neighborhood
talk.
Okay, hold on. Let me take this down. And I can play a clip. Because T.I. want to act like he's bad too. And a lot of people be acting bad, but they not.
What did T.I. say? Everybody, he want to talk fly, but now he acting shy.
All right, Mase, can you mute while we play the video so it won't echo?
Paperwork to show them. And y'all leave let them motherfucker know that the paperwork was present. And if they wasn't here, they shouldn't be saying a motherfucking thing about the claim. You hear me? I've been waiting on one special invited guest to show up, and he ain't showed up yet. But it was somebody who had something to say about me and had to question my, disposition to some of my cases. But he ain't here to see my paperwork. And I just don't like for a nigga to goddamn get fly, then get shot. You hear me?
Was that a threat, everybody? Was that a threat? Are you threatening people legally? Like, should you be threatening people?
Child, I would have told him, unwrap that paper. Let me see it. Because that looked like some paper you snatched up.
He just gives old
that was
man
a folded loose leaf.
He gives old man in the barbershop talking smack.
That was a folded loose leaf.
Hey, Cleo.
Hey, Cleo.
And that receding hairline, let them dreads go.
That is a struggle hairline. That is
that hairline, let it go. Let them dreads go. Actually, adopt that shaved haircut that you used to have. Adopt that. Lose some weight. Drink more water. And then work on your own. If you want to do a farewell album, because he said he wanted to do a farewell album. Because I guess the people's demanding.
First of all, who's running to do an album with Boosie? Like, I don't know. Like, probably he still got.
That shows you where you are in your career, when you was actually about to do a joint album with Boosie. Also, we got to talk about Boosie's daughter coming out as lesbian, and all of a sudden, Boosie is talking about the church and how, he didn't grow up like that, and the pastor and all that.
And nobody in his family, nobody in
his family is gay except for her, and all this other stuff. But I just find it odd. I think Boosie is really odd because he has a gay manager who's flamboyantly gay, but you're so homophobic. I'm trying to understand, why do you have a gay manager?
And you know what? It's not even homophobic. I don't know what to call it. It's ignorant. Like, it's a lot of people that's ignorant like that. They'll have like a lot of people that's of the community around them and stuff like that. But it's the way they were raised, because a lot of people were raised in ignorance. Like, because you got the people, the holy rollers that, God, you're going to, because first of all, you do every other sin that's in that Bible that you believe in so much. That Bible that you believe in so much. Those things, and I can't wait till people die and they find out it's all a lie.
People pointing out other people's sins and stuff.
Yeah, like but that. It's so weird because I just can't wait till they find out everything you sat there and read and believed is a lie. Like you sitting there believed in this thing that, to whereas that's why I said some church people, not all, some church people are the most evilest people. You will put your child.
Boosie is not a church person. Boosie is not a church person.
No, you see, when they want to do a hate thing against the gays, they bring it back to the church. You understand? It's not every time they want to do something about, I don't believe in gay or not. It's the church, because the way the church that was in. So the church is teaching you hate. The church is teaching you how to dislike somebody. The church is teaching you to put your kids out in the street. The church is teaching you the church told you, God, the God you believe in, told you to put your child in the street because your child's gay. That's what the God that you believe in, that's what God told you to do.
That's some people, especially in our community, they're embarrassed when their child is gay.
But the whole thing, if God is love, and it's love, first of all, let that person make their own decision. And I would still want to bring you into God. If my God is so loving and all this stuff like this, I'm going to show you love and what God, and you make the decision on your own. I'm not going to sit there and be like, you're going to hell. Because you don't know where this person's going. You don't even know if that's true. Did God come there and tap you on the shoulder and say, hey,
that's what
gay people going to hell? Did God come down here? Because you finding, like, right now, we're in the age of Aquarius. The veil is being lifted. Everything we've been taught is a lie. Everything you've been taught is a lie, and you've been put your kids out on the street over a lie. You done kicked your kids out, probably didn't have a relationship with your kids and stuff like that, because over a lie. Like over something, like it's
Boosie is a hypocrite. Boosie is a hypocrite.
And his daughter is so beautiful and so talented, and she look like she been gay. This look like this some been gay moment. This ain't she like a professional bulldagger. This ain't no she just turned gay and I'm a little gay. This is the full blown gay. So she been gay for a minute. And she's actually a dope rapper.
I think it's something going on with Boosie. It's something going on with Boosie.
I think she's a dope rapper too. But people Poison Ivy.
It keeps coming up with him, and it's just something going on.
But you see how sometimes how God works? Because sometimes the main thing you don't like, God will put that right there in your belly to show you what you say, what you believe in is a lie. It show you, it should put you right in your face, right in your family and right in your face. And I didn't understand how my family didn't believe it and God didn't believe in it, but you believed in having your minor child get oral sex from a prostitute. Isn't that that's CM, right?
That's
CM
and SA. That's SA.
And CM and SA. So you can do that. That's criminal.
But that's celebrated in the community.
That's celebrated in the ignorance. Like I said, all these church, like these women, and that's not the women church hoes. They be waiting for that preacher or that deacon to glance at them. They be sitting there in the first pew just waiting. Oh, the deacon looking at me. You come to church to her. Like you sitting there and you did. You come to church looking for a man.
All right, and that should be because we could be on that all night. One thing I'm gonna need for y'all to do is stop killing off people that's still alive, that's disrespectful, and it's rude. It's rude, y'all. I don't know what's going on with this TikTok craze of saying people died or whatever. So I guess a rumor had went around that Cassie Davis was dead. And it was going around. I don't know if it reached a blog because I don't know if any blog published it, but it was a rumor. I think it was trending on Twitter or whatever. And it even got to the point where she had to address it herself. And Tyler Perry came out and said that no, she's still alive.
So I just can't kill her off now, especially after I just
I'm just mad at this makeup. But other than that, she's alive. She is still kicking.
And especially don't kill her off now because I just found out that she was in the background singing that in the Kanye Lamborghini Mercy. That's so
really, huh?
That was her. That was her, and I was like, don't kill her off because we just found out. That was her.
But y'all, Cassie Davis is alive. I just wanted to do just letting y'all know she is
alive and well. And the season of Meet the Pains 552 will be out next week.
That's the longest running,
right? Because that is season 575.
That show is so doggone boring. So we're gonna go on a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're gonna be talking about the Crimson Chin versus Tommy happening on Zeus.
Not the Crimson Chin.
So make sure y'all refill y'all drinks, which I'm about to do. And make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We are growing. We do have a community tab. So make sure y'all check out the tab. I'm going to be asking y'all questions. And I'm going to play with it a little bit more. So we're going to be utilizing the community tab a little bit more. So during the commercial, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be right back.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.
We was on break longer than expected. Yeah, we about to come back.
Give me 1 second.
So the next story that I do want to talk about, Tommielee. Tommielee has been wilding lately. I really don't know what's going on with her. Well, it's really the same continuous thing. She's a hood rat. She never really got out of that hood lifestyle.
Right, sorry, I had to. My buttons popped.
Did you change outfits?
My buttons was popped.
Outfits?
I had to go to the bathroom, and when I was going to the bathroom trying to zip my thing, I popped my button, and it fell off. So then it was open, like. Bloop. So I was like, let me switch real quick.
All right, I see you got Mary Kate and Ashley out, so we appreciate you for the new look, for the new part of the show. We talking about Tommielee right now.
Oh, Tommy. Now, Tommy, child.
So first, we got to talk about Tommy at the Chris Brown concert. So I guess Natalie gets Tommy, Rolly, Jonathan, and that follower girl backstage. Tommy sees the Chris Brown's baby, and they basically pick the baby up and take the baby back in the room because the baby wasn't supposed to be out there. I don't know why the baby is at the concert anyway.
Well, you know, a lot of times their kids are there. Their kids be there in the back.
It's not a place for a child. It's not a place for especially a young baby. But that's just my opinion. So allegedly, she kicked down the door.
Wait, who's the follower girl? You talking about Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty. She seems like a follower to me. Like she seems like a real follower. So there was an not alleged, but we saw the brawl that ensued between Tommy and Natalie. She comes up to her while she's eating and hits her in the head and then pulls a wig.
Well, allegedly, so I had some tea on that. Allegedly, according to the streets. Well, actually, I was listening to Armand Wiggins. Shout out to Armand. I love his show. He said this fight was over Tommy allegedly being on the P's, the perk 30s, and that she was on those, and Natalie and Rolly, I guess her and Rolly got into like the argument during the Chris Brown situation, and Rolly brought up the fact like, well, you're on this, and this is probably why you acting that way. And Tommy was very upset because she said the only person that could have told Rolly that was Natalie, and then Natalie runs her mouth too much, and that's why this fight happened.
So why are you trusting Natalie? Number one, you always trusting the wrong people.
But it's not even a point of trusting anybody, girl. You look high all the time. Like I thought, because I was saying, what is she on? Because it looked like it was more than alcohol. I would say like she looked like a little dazed, because sometimes she looked dazed and then she's hyped and then she's dazed again. I'm like, and that's usually not alcohol. It's something else. So
it's something wrong with her because last week she was going through that thing with that mentally disabled guy coming to her house, and she let him in and was questioning him and made him do chores. This week you're fighting. Like, at what age do we age out of the BS? What age? Y'all let me know what age you're supposed to be more mature and you're supposed to have it together. Because
I don't know, but I had high hopes for Tommy because because in the past 2 episodes of the Bad Girls Club, Baddies South or whatever it is, Tommy has been stepping up, as far as the girls, when the girls was fighting, Tommy was stepping up like as a big sister. Tommy was putting more stuff into perspective. She was just advising the ladies, like, look, you want to have a business. You don't want to act like this. This is not what we're here for. And she was seeming to be very mature. And I was like, wow, because even last week I said that maybe if Tommy keeps this up, she could take Natalie's position, because Natalie just always looks scared.
Please.
Every time the girls are fighting, if Krishan, every time Krishan comes around and Krishan told me, well, I run the show, and y'all said that everybody looks so scared.
Natalie, number one, is colorist. She does not like black women, dark-skinned women. She thinks she's better than dark-skinned women. Even when she was on Bad Girls Club, when she went into the house, she talked about the black girl, called her a gorilla.
She calls her black and ugly.
Her nose. She has a big nose and all this other stuff. But you're walking around with the chin that can cut a can open, but you're talking about somebody's nose. So she's a colorist herself, so I can understand why she's at the Chris Brown concert, and she's continuously exploiting these girls that come on her show for a little bit of clout. She exploited the hell out of Tommy in this recent fight, pay-per-view fight for Zeus. Listen.
Well, she actually helped Tommy out. Tommy exploited herself.
Tommy got a little bag from it, but
Tommy exploited herself. Tommy is looking more and more like her mother. Tommy's looking more and more like her
mother at this point. You're a product of your mother.
But she's looking like it's like physically, like they show like a side shot of Tommy, and it's like she's like, wow, you're looking like your mother. And it's sad that because Tommy is a pretty girl, and she's a
beautiful girl, but she's not gonna have that beauty for long, especially.
This is what I'm saying. So now it's time for you to sit there, and build relationships. You can't, like, you're at the Chris Brown concert, you see his son pass by, you're like, hey, he's cute. You try to go in the room, follow them in their private room, they close the door, you get, they slam the door in your face. Maybe they did be disrespectful. I'm like, get out of here, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Because they didn't want you around the kids.
Right. But you have to understand that. And then you're going to get fuck that.
And then she talked about the baby.
But I ain't going to hold you, because I would have said the same thing. I don't give a damn about the baby.
She said the baby was cocked-eyed. His eye was cocked like a pistol. Then she said there was albino, and she was,
She said everybody in there was albino. But the funny thing was Jonathan. I love me some Jonathan. Jonathan is hilarious. He's talking about he fight, but in the middle of his story, he's trying to tell his story. Talking about, oh yeah, and by the way, Chris Brown, your whole team is whack because I beat up. He
probably did fight his team. Like Jonathan has proven that he know how to fight. He was
Jonathan is a beast. He look like a foot. Imagine a football player coming at you at full steam. I'm running. If I see Jonathan coming anywhere in my direction, I'm taking off my wig, I'm throwing that shit at him, and I'm hauling ass. Like,
I'm not gonna deny the fact that he know how to fight, but who don't know how to fight is Tommy, because she just got beat,
laid out.
She got beat by the Crimson Chin during this pay-per-view fight that I have footage of. Why would you charge people for a Zeus subscription, then charge for a pay-per-view? If I know you're gonna leak it,
they charge him for Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather's fighting. They was just the I guess the prelude to Floyd Mayweather fight. They the undercard. That's what they call it, the undercard.
You froze again. I know it's connected to his fight. So I was like, are they charging for the Tommy fight, or are they charging just for Mayweather?
It's Mayweather, and they're the undercard.
Well, this is a bad undercard because Natalie won. Just letting y'all know, Natalie won. There people are saying, blaming that Tommy was probably drunk or something.
All I see is why Tommy's fighting Perk 30. Yeah, I got a Perk 30. Perk 30. You forgot the Perk 30. How do you show up in the ring and forgot the Perk?
Video. Like, Tommy was getting her butt beat.
Tommy was hot, and probably she want to get beat allegedly to probably say that she's in pain to get somewhat do a perky dance. So she can do
y'all need to see this one. Y'all need to see this one. Hold on.
When she got dazed in the ring, when she got dazed against the rope.
Let me post it. Let me get it back on the screen.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, when she got dazed against them damn ropes.
Listen, ugly people know how to fight. So I wouldn't challenge a chin like that in a fight. They have nothing to lose. Clearly, she had Tommy looking crazy in the ring.
Honestly, I thought Tommy was gonna bust Natalie's behind because I don't see it for Natalie. Hey, Yvette, I don't see Natalie as a fighter. I don't see it for her.
Well, she's big and burly. I don't know what you don't see.
No, I understand that she's big and burly, but I think if Tommy wasn't doing her perky dance, I think if Tommy wasn't doing her perky dance, if she wasn't doing
look at her trying to run away.
Yeah, she's like, enough is enough of this.
But this is what Tommy gets. Karma always comes back.
Tommy didn't practice. She was like, look, she was like, she wasn't practicing. She didn't.
Tommy did not practice. Tommy did not practice.
She didn't train. She didn't run up them stairs like Rambo. Like
Tommy
Rocky did.
Hair. Tommy pulls hair, and you know you can't pull hair in the ring. So the Crimson Chair won this one.
Hey, Yvette.
So we're gonna lift Tommy up in prayer. They said Tommy looking like Martin was in the episode when he got in the ring.
Right. If I see.
So you know we're just gonna keep her in prayer because she got beat down.
She like, I have to get my medication. She got
paid. She got paid, but I feel like celebrity boxing matches are like a last ditch effort to get money by worn out celebrities. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Nicki Minaj. So I guess you can headline this story, Mase.
Well, we can headline Nicki at before we go into her legal activities. I definitely want to give a shout out to the Queen. She was out in Trinidad. I think what's that in Trinidad looking good. Did you see that picture of her on the table? On the Chinese?
No, I didn't. On the table.
Nicki was out here looking good.
So if she's looking good, then why can't she move on from her life and stop letting petty stuff?
Because I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, but I'm gonna send you the picture right now because you could probably slide that one because Nicki was out here. Nicki looked good. This is the old Nick. This is giving.
But I would need Nicki to let stuff go. Like, no, she has this battle with Nosy Ho, and it was reported that she's requesting $75,000. And
he's requesting a default judgment.
A default judgment.
See, the issue is, did you get the picture I sent to Nicki? Because I need to bring that picture up. Hey, twin. That picture of Nicki on I just sent it to you.
Okay, I'll pull it up. You can
see. Okay, so what happened is Nicki and her legal team are requesting a default judgment. Nosy Ho lawyer actually spoke on the phone with Armand Wiggins as well yesterday while I was listening, and he said that what happened is that Nicki Minaj's legal team was supposed to amend the initial when they put into court, I forgot the name of it, like the initial claim. They were supposed to amend it. They didn't amend it, so it looked like they were in default, like they didn't have the like say if they was like it gave you to August 30th to respond. So it looks like they didn't respond, but he said he was waiting for the amended new one to respond. So he said he spoke to the judge and everything is, they'll find out exactly what's going on I guess this week. But he's saying that it was just a request for a judgment because when you fail to respond, the plaintiff can request a default judgment. Like, look, this person didn't respond, just order them to run me my money. And then the other person could be like, hey, I need more time to respond. Judge, can you give me more time? So that's the only thing that's happening with that. It wasn't nothing big. People, I think they were making a big deal out of nothing.
I think what it was is it was a short news week because this is an old story. There is no judgment. It's a request for money.
Yeah, but this is a request that just happened. So I guess, it was a big, like, okay, they requested a default. He requested payment. It was just a request for default payment. Like, say if like I'm suing you for $100,000 and I put my thing in and you don't respond in time. I'm like, judge, this person had time to respond. They didn't respond. I want my $100,000.
Let it go. Let it go, Nikki. Let it go. She talked about your child and she talked about your husband. We have freedom of speech in this country. You cannot sue people because they are talking about you or your kids. Is it in bad taste? Yes.
She's not, you know that's the reason behind it. The reason behind
that's not the reason, but that's what you're trying to allege.
No, I said that's the reason behind it, but that's not going to be the initial reason. Because if somebody ran me in the hole the way Nosy ran her down, because Nosy,
so what?
No, but it was just Nosy was reading her, and Nosy, you know, she was reading her, and you know about the child and the child's
take
fingers.
the Beyonce approach.
But you know, and the only thing you're doing is giving her more notoriety. I'm saying I don't know what Nikki's end game is with this because the only thing she's doing is giving her more notoriety. Because now her name alone, because like if Nicki Minaj is suing, you like Nicki Minaj is suing a nosy hoe. So her name alone is going to draw attention. All you doing is giving her notoriety. She wants to make her famous, I guess. Because if I was just listening and I didn't know about a nosy hoe, I'm like, who's this nosy hoe that Nikki's suing? And I would want to find out more about this nosy hoe.
Yes, let it go. Let it go.
So I think we're just giving her more notoriety. Like, people are going to talk crap. You know who you married. You know what you married. Child.
You hate Cardi B, but you following Cardi B. You doing what Cardi B does. You're not coming across as a leader. You're coming across as a follower to me and a mean girl. I mean, we all have freedom of speech. Where does freedom of speech stop? She can say whatever she want to say on her channel.
I guess she said it stopped at you saying that my child's going to wrap his rape fingers around.
I mean, it's not the best taste to talk about kids.
It's not, but it was funny. Yeah. It wasn't even funny. It was just it was a shocker.
People like that dark humor, and I do a little dark humor.
I do. I love it. I love the dark humor, like child. Like
it doesn't bother me. But at the same time, I know it's not the best thing. So I think she needs to let this.
I think it's more. I think she does need to let it go because what you're suing her for, is her saying that you're on drugs or whatever like that. She's not the first person to say it.
And you admitted it in your music, so
he's not the first person to say it. So you're going to have to go back and round up a lot of people and sue them too.
But I don't like seeing bloggers getting sued because we're not as big as them yet, but at the same time, we have the right to share our opinions. So but with Tasha K and her situation, I saw Tasha K in the comments on Neighborhood Talk when they was talking about Nosy Ho, and she was like, pay up, pay up, pay up. But the thing is, Nosy Ho didn't necessarily lie. She said a lot of mean things, but she didn't necessarily lie on Nikki.
Well, Nikki she does have a case about the drug issues because that is potentially just like Cardi B. If you said, just like when Tasha K said that when the young lady came on Tasha K's platform and said that Cardi B had the herpes. So now you said that she had the herpes. Okay, now the lady said it. But after it said you continued, it was like she got it, such and such, she got it. And that came because if I was a photographer or something, right? And you're saying that Cardi B got the herpes. And I'm like, don't bring you, your bumpy husband, or your bumpy baby to this set. I don't care about little bump 1, 2, and 3, like little bumps and lumps. I don't want you on the set because, like, I'm still side-eyeing Usher. Like, cause I understand how he's still skating around here dancing.
Usher paid them women off. He paid them.
But I'm like, because he's still just back skating and dancing. I'm like, nobody, no.
That's what it is. She did the Surviving the Petty series, and I think
right. And
Nikki
you
wants revenge.
Jennifer
Nikki
Hughes.
wants revenge for that.
But it was the Jennifer Hughes. You gave her a large platform. You did the hashtag Surviving the Petties. Nikki is pissed. Nikki is pissed.
Let it go. It's been 3 years, however many years. Let it go.
But you're going to be going through this, child. Sometimes we got to pick our battles because being that you married this man who was convicted of this crime, you're going to be dealing with this for the rest of your life. Any neighborhood, because if I was, upscale and I was one of the people up in that neighborhood, I'd be like grabbing my kids and I've been signing the petition like, we need to get, I'm going to go knocking on people's doors, calling with the tissue over the phone like, hello. You know what I'm saying? Because we would need to get this predator out the neighborhood. Period. Like, You
I
know what you're
mean,
dealing with when you
Nicki,
got involved. Like you know what you're dealing with.
Nicki did marry a SA offender, who was arrested, did time. So people are gonna talk. You got to live your life. You got to live your life no matter what people say, because people gonna talk about you whether you doing good or bad. But I think Nicki and Cardi, they be in the blogs, they listen to the blogs, they listen to the YouTube blogs, and they want to be liked so bad. They don't want any negative press out there.
I don't think with Cardi it's the negative press, honestly, because people have said things about her. But when you say I got herpes and you say I got things, this is potentially messing with my money. That's a whole nother story. Because first of all, like I said, if I was a photographer and I heard you had the herpes, I don't want you and your
all
money.
she had to do was post her.
He did already, but that's still because that don't matter about results. Just like the other guy, he's posting his results on there saying that he don't got the three-letter the alphabet, the three-letter alphabet, but a lot of people are saying, yes, you do. You know what I'm saying?
About who?
Allegedly. I'll tell you before, but
okay.
I'm saying, but you know,
let me know what's going on.
But I'm saying, a lot of people can post fake results. The only way that, and I don't blame Cardi B for suing, because I would have sued her ass too. Because you're saying I got it.
Tasha K got chances.
But you're saying and she reached out to her several times. You said you wipe your ass with the cease and desist. You literally like you wipe your ass with it. And if you're saying that I got this incurable disease, and as me being a performer, and I got to go on photo shoots and stuff like that, because I'm telling you, if she came anywhere in the vicinity, I'd be like, you and that bumpy baby, get out of here. And take your bumpy man with him, with you. I'm saying seriously.
But that's people's ignorance, because if you know what it is, you know that if you have the bump, you're only contagious when you are showing.
No, but I know that because I work in the medical field and I'm still side-eyeing you. Usher songs come on and I turn them off. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I don't want to hear you got it bad because you got it bad. Turn it off. Like, no, I'm like, I don't.
Okay, so I understand Nicki being mad, but at the same time, you're holding on to it for too long.
I think she should just let it go. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to go around and say I have an incurable disease, ho, and you're going to just get away with it, because that can stop your money and that have people side eyeing. Because I don't care what type of results you brought up. I don't believe you. I don't believe
the fact that Tasha. I was really disappointed in Tasha, because I really did like, and I will admit I stopped watching her as much since then, because you lose your validity.
I still like her. I enjoy her commentary. I enjoy her voice. And I think she just did it. And I understood what she was doing when she did it. But it was wrong.
But I feel like Nosy was giving her opinion. I think that's a difference in.
No.
She was giving her opinion. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you can talk about.
It goes from opinion.
That don't make it right. That don't make it right.
No, but you see, it's a difference from having an opinion to say, well, I think that he's going to such and such, or I think no, that wasn't an opinion. She straight went, and I like watching Nosy. I like how she cursed her.
I like Nosy. She can tell.
I like how she cursed her audience out. I like how she's mean to the audience. I like how she turned on the.
She cussed out her old chat.
Like, I like it, and the way she gonna be like, oh, and y'all ain't hit the like button, and she gonna go to that, y'all in the hood now, baby, and she gonna put that hood, she gonna put her thing on and play with the little Kim beat, that little beat gonna drop, and she gonna play that.
She gonna get copyrighted on that. Like, how do you not copyright?
I think because it's a little bit changed. I think it's a little bit changed, but still, she's gonna add. She's gonna run that, until the lights get up, and she's gonna curse you out, and she's gonna call people stupid. You stupid. You dumb. And she's gonna say that in the chat, and people gonna like it, and they still gonna be sitting there, and I like it. I was like, ooh.
But that's her brand, is that crass.
Right.
I'm gonna just say it like it is, or I'm
right. But that wasn't the opinion. She was really. She's really passionate about this thing, and I think it had a lot to do with, more so Nicki Minaj's husband doing what he did and being who he is, and her, giving Jennifer a voice. She gave her a platform, and she, like even Jennifer said that she appreciates her because she was very, she's a shy person. She's not, very outspoken. She's not, and she gave her the confidence, and she, made her feel like she could tell her story. So, for that, we could appreciate the girl.
I'm not trying to count her pockets, but I don't know if she got 75,000. I know I don't have it. And I think it's just a way to try to silence us.
Yeah, because
as
like that's
bloggers.
75.
I think
Like,
we need to stick together as bloggers because what people can get mad about whatever we said. You know, we're saying our opinions on what's going on.
me
So,
personally, because me and personal, all's fair. And look, I don't care because once you're saying something, because I'm gonna curse your kid out. I'm gonna talk about your kid. I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna dig up your dead grandmother. I'm digging up your ancestors. I'm talking about. I don't give a damn. Like I said, when Tommy was like, "Fuck," I was just giggling because I would have been the same way. That baby, I don't give a damn about that damn baby.
but I don't mind. Like I don't mind a little bit of rude, crass humor. That's just.
Yeah, but some people can handle it and some people can't. And sometimes when people are very
I think
sensitive,
the people who follow her channel are people who know what to expect from her. She's really, I think Nosy is really passionate about what she does with her topics. She gets really passionate, maybe overly passionate. Maybe she does a little bit too much, like calling police
woo,
stations.
when she called that police station, I was like, she's dialing it. It was so funny because I was watching it in real time and I was like, she's not gonna call the police. She's not gonna call the police. And it was like such and such police station. She was like,
called the
yeah.
police when Kevin Samuels died. When Kevin Samuels was allegedly, we didn't know what was going on with Kevin. She called the mortuary on live. She called the mortuary. She called the hospital on live. I was like, nah, she called the mortuary.
No, but if not unless she is funny, but she offers more than that. Like she's messy and stuff like that. Could you hear from her?
She's a little bit messy.
She does have the holistic. I don't know if it's still the holistic healing channel. She has a holistic channel for a woman.
And she has a channel for hoes.
No, it's holistic. Holistic channel.
Holistic.
Yeah, it's called Holistic. It's for women. It's an empowerment channel. Like she's telling about the hair, like her hair growth regimen and stuff like that, and stuff for the skin, and a little bit about her sex work and stuff like that. And so she does other things, and she's like a really an advocate. Because I started watching her actually because of her she was doing like vintage tea, like she's doing like tea on Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. So that's why I started watching her. But the girl is entertaining. I don't care.
I don't want to see her go down. I don't want to see any blogger go down.
But I think go down is not a slow. Nikki suing her probably is the best thing probably for her because people are gonna know her name. She's gonna become, like I said, she's giving her.
She's on Neighborhood Talk and
this is what I'm saying. So by Nikki, like at the end of the day, if I was Nikki, I wouldn't sue her because all I'm doing is giving you notoriety. I'm giving you the time of the day. And if I'm so angry with you about what you said, why
we're talking about her now? Like we're talking about her and
right. And I'm saying other people talking about it. She probably have, like I said, even with her name, Nosy Ho. The name alone is provocative.
But that's people kill me with that because I name my page Shady Room, but people get mad when I post shady stuff. I don't. So people are people. People.
I'm saying the name is provocative. So if you're saying Nicki Minaj is in conflict with Nosy Ho, well, you're like, who's this Nosy Ho? A Nosy Ho? Is that her name? What is that? So you want to know more about her. And like I said, and she's already a charismatic person and she's interested. So people may go there because of the Nicki situation, like to find out, like
when they find out she's cursing out her own chat.
Yeah, like because I stay for the curse. I was like, she gonna curse at least one person.
I said, let me not jump in. I'm
not leaving until somebody get cursed out. I'm not leaving this live until somebody get cursed out.
So we're gonna move on to the next thing. I guess y'all mad at Sierra. Y'all, I don't know what it is, but Sierra put out a song, and y'all based about being an independent woman.
Basically, she shouldn't be
dropping. Y'all trashed her and flopped the song and trashed her because she's married and all this other stuff. And I was like, well, since when being married got to stop your music bag? I think some of y'all jealous of Sierra.
No, because it's a brand that she put out. It's the whole thing. You put out this thing like, oh, your prayer that you did or whether, girl, is it the prayer or are you independent? Did the prayer work or it didn't? Like, which one is it, girl?
Well, that's that strong black woman narrative. Like,
no, but I'm saying you put it out there that the prayer work, the such and such, and you built this brand, like, and now you want to go back to thotting and bopping. Like, girl, which
when
one is it?
Beyonce came out with Single Ladies,
Beyonce ain't never stopped thotting and bopping. That's the point. Beyonce always kept a good thoughtization. Beyonce always kept a good outfit.
But wasn't she married when she came out with Single Ladies?
But yes, but Beyonce never changed her character. You understand what I'm saying? Beyonce was always Beyonce. Beyonce never changed.
But they're attacking her for putting out this.
No, but Sierra went from pumping on cars, from letting people ride it, from doing all that to I'm a married woman and the prayer work. Did you ever hear Beyonce? Did you ever hear Beyonce say she prayed for Jay-Z and that such and such? Beyonce didn't come out and say all this stuff like about her marriage. Yeah,
Jay-Z went and got Beyonce.
Let me tell you something. Beyonce shout out her beautiful husband. That's all she's gonna do is like to my beautiful husband. Yeah, you were breaking up.
Can you hear me? Because you look like okay. Go ahead with what you were saying. We were down.
I said, Beyonce never put it in our face that she prayed for a man and such and such and such. Beyonce always stayed Beyonce.
What's wrong with Sierra praying for a man? What's wrong with Sierra praying for a man?
No, listen to me. No. Nothing's wrong with her praying for a man. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that when Sierra went from it goes down in the air, let me ride it. She went from
it's maturity. You grow up.
But she changed up her swag. You went from popping it to popping it for Jesus. You understand? Basically, you look like you was like, I'm married now. I'm settled in. Beyonce never gave that. Beyonce always gave this. Beyonce wasn't slowing down because she married Jay-Z. Beyonce, did you see Beyonce slow down? Beyonce ain't slowed down now that she had them babies. When she had them, and she still was tipping in a chair.
Running that mouth, you are so accurate because I remember in high school it was a rumor she was a trans.
No, they said she was a hermaphrodite.
Hermaphrodite. What's the difference?
That she had both because hermaphrodites have both sex parts.
So I heard that she had when I was in school. I remember hearing that she had the P.
But they say because a lot of women, I know actually a woman like that, but she's not. Well, she's called the hermaphrodite, but it's only because the clitoris is it's like a penis. It's about this big, and she also has a hole, so she has both.
She has a vagina.
It's an extended. It's just an oversized clitoris that looks like a penis, and they say, and she had both.
But those rumors were out about Sierra when she started her career. Like when Goodies came out.
Because the way she was pumping, she was pumping hard.
She was pumping hard. Say Beyonce.
Right.
I always bring Beyonce up because Beyonce, to me, as far as media goes today, I think she does a great job at not responding to the BS.
And she did a great job as being married and still keeping her essence of Beyonce. She still was Beyonce. She wasn't slowing down. Like Sierra did this whole thing to where and now it's like, girl, now you're doing a switch up. Which one is it? So I can understand why her fans are a little bit confused. Like, what's going on, Sierra? Is it, what I'm saying? You have to stick with the brand.
I think Sierra needs to get back with Jazzy Faye and loosen up a little bit. Since she's been with her husband, she's gotten a little stiff. Her music is not that great.
I think she needs to just go lay down.
I think Sierra had some hits. She had hits. She did.
She did.
But Sierra has matured, and I guess she's gotten to the point where she doesn't want to perform those old songs anymore or do what she used to do. But you don't have the voice to carry you into maturity. Like Beyonce, if she don't want to dance no more, she can go on to do vocals, or Mariah Carey, just vocals. But you were a dancer. You were more of a dancer. So if you don't want to do those movements no more,
And then There's just so much going on nowadays. So when you see people, you just realize they're not that talented as you thought they were.
See, I mean, Sierra is talented. I don't think
she's a dancer. She's a dancer. She's gonna do a two-step.
She's a performer. Sierra is a performer. I will never forget that BET performance with her and Chris.
Yeah, Brown. Beyonce gets real hood.
Beyonce is hood. She's been
hood. You know them Texas, them girl from Texas. I said, but she real hood. She get hood.
Okay, Beyonce did receive a lot of industry support, but Sierra was that girl. Back in the early 2000s, Sierra was that girl, especially here in Atlanta. Sierra was that girl. And she could do no wrong. That first 2 albums that she did, her second album, I feel like was her best album, Evolution of Sierra, but after that, she started going down here after she left Jazzy Faye. Like after she left,
she was always okay. She's okay. I like some of her songs. I like the song, but like,
why y'all bashing her for being in a relationship and married and happy?
No, I don't think bashing her. I think Atlanta only. I think basically, twin. I was thinking the same thing, but I don't want to say it.
The area was doing songs with Missy Elliott.
Twin, you was on point because I was thinking it, but you said it. She
had Petey Pablo. She had everybody in her videos, and in Atlanta, she was big.
Yeah, she was big in Atlanta. Straight from the A, because she had, going down, and the way she was pumping and then dancing, and then she was sliding, and then she went down with the microphone. Everybody wants to go. You know how many times I fell trying to do that with my broom? I fell several times trying to get the Sierra shit down. Like, oh, let me lean like this on the broom. But I just end up, going down. But she
had her second album was the best. Like, y'all go listen to that second album. The second album was good. I don't know what happened after that. What I said, Jazzy Faye, when she left him, it didn't pan out well for her. But we're gonna wish her the best. Y'all need to stop blasting her for being happy in her marriage.
No, I'm glad that she's happy, but she's gonna stay on brand. Like, which one is it, Sierra? Which one is it?
Yes, Char. Like, at least you admit it. Goodies was popping. It was all over the radio. It was.
My goodies, my goodies, my goodies.
Let me play Sierra after we get off this live. I'm gonna play Sierra.
Yeah, but I say, Sierra have people, she have a bitch pumping her torso, like what?
Sierra had us bop it back in the day.
Yeah, she did. Don't let her get a hat. She put a hat on with that.
And I remember when her video Ride got banned from One Assistant Park. I remember all of that.
See, that was my song, Ride It. You're gonna ride.
So let's talk about Don Lemon real quick.
Oh, look at him.
Don Lemon, he's not really my favorite. He's not my favorite at all.
He is not my favorite. But he's definitely.
I would say he was colorist, but he just don't like black people, period. He really like, if you paint it white, he might like it. So he was he had to step down from CNN because of his sexist remarks that he made on live, basically saying that women are in their prime in their 30s and 40s. And when he said women are in their prime during their 30s and 40s, his female co-host was like, prime for what? Prime for what? And then he kind of dug himself in a hole that he couldn't get out of.
But he was talking about them persuasion women that did look tired and did look thorough. All I gotta say is free Dawn. That's what I say, free Dawn. And that's that on that. Free Dawn. But he has to go take sensitivity training, and he will be back. He was not fired. He will be back. He got to take a sensitivity class.
Don't do it, princess. Don't do it, princess. You saying that Sierra don't love her husband like that? She could, just because he's what y'all call a square. I mean,
Sierra looks bored.
Sierra looks bored, but happy.
She looks bored, and now she's proving that she's bored because she outside
singing all that drama she was going through with.
She outside singing this song.
She's not doing all of that.
She's not, and you know what? And she outside singing this song
that she received.
All right, but she outside singing the song like she want to get back into that drama. Like, is you happy or not? Like, which one is it, girl?
at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on in their
We
house.
don't.
So, but
all we know is what
image,
she's singing, and we don't want it.
The image that they're portraying is we're a happy married couple,
and they probably are. But and you know what? They probably are, and hopefully they are. But girl, whatever you singing, we don't want it.
Yes, she needs some ladies and gentlemen with Jazzy Faye. That's what she needs.
But she's probably like, I don't want to be.
It's very much zest with Don Lemon. He's. I think he's out. I think.
Oh, he's out. He's married. He's got to marry. I think he's with a white man.
He's definitely with a white man. He's not with a black one because he does not like black people.
No, he has a white boyfriend. I believe.
He does not like black people. He thinks black people are poor, and he treats them as such. He does have this pompous attitude.
He does,
and I'm glad CNN is not going to check him when he's coming against black people or if he's making.
But he couldn't say them white. See, he said them white women was old, dry, tired.
Persuasion was upset, and Persuasion got him to where he's now been suspended from CNN for training. He has to do training, sensitivity training.
He's sensitive. He probably got to do one class, and he'll be back up on there because Whitefish got mad because he told the truth. Where was the lie? I don't understand. Like, you're not in your prime. I'm not even in my. I'm 45.
Y'all don't need to be less than the people husband. Y'all don't need to be less than at the people husband.
After who husband they left in, and I hope it's not Russell. Ew.
Russell. They won't Russell. Russell look like he's stable. He look like he cooked breakfast. He look like he do the laundry.
I don't trust Russell. Russell could be
up around the house.
Russell look like that, and 8 times out of 10, it be them same men's that look like that, but in the house they damn terrorists. They outside and on paper they look good, but in the house you don't know what Sierra's going through. We don't know Sierra business. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what.
The thing is with Don Lemon and a lot of the rich black gays, they often get white partners, and he's one of those people. He's one of those people. He only dates Persuasion, and he likes to get ethnic when it's convenient. Like when it's a Black Lives Matter something going on, he'll get on there and say something that makes sense. But otherwise, I know him to be,
Well, I'm not feeling Don after he allegedly rubbed his balls and slapped it in that man's face.
So that was a Persuasion guy,
and he didn't like it, and neither did I.
I believe that Don Lemon was drunk because he is an alcoholic.
Well, allegedly.
Let me put the alleged banner up. I believe he was drunk when that happened, but I also think it was mutual. But after the fact, he wanted to talk about it. Because if it wasn't mutual, you would have went to the police and you would have made a claim against him.
Yeah, I think it could have been a shock. Like,
CNN had banned them from drinking on the New Year's Eve special because him and Bravo Andy and Edison Cooper
Don Lemon gets tore down. Don Lemon gets tore down, and he gonna give you a show, honey. And that was the most boringest thing because they was not drinking. They banned the alcohol. They didn't give Don a glass, and it was boring.
I feel like once it's like a lot of these rich black gays, I don't know if a white person is a trophy or what.
It's probably the elitist, it's probably just.
It is elitist. It's like a status symbol. It's like I'm here and you're here.
I don't know. That's me personally.
Mase has a 2-piece on. Mase has.
Oh no, it's not a 2-piece. It's a jumpsuit.
I thought you had. I thought it was a 2-piece.
No, it's a whole jumpsuit. Well,
it's together. I thought it was separate.
It's a whole catsuit.
Okay.
It's a whole catsuit. I'll bust out a catsuit in a minute.
Play your piper, worshiping God like Boosie. That's what Boosie does.
Mm-hmm.
When drinking no water, y'all be careful. Having relations with people who don't drink water.
And then not even water. Like he needs to put a little bit of ginger. I gotta get Boosie together. Boosie, you're gonna need to slice a couple of things of ginger and some cucumber and slide that into your water. You may want to put a spoonful of turmeric. up in there, and then within probably 2 to 3 weeks, it'll have them yellow eyes,
Andy
at
is
least
an
beige.
alcoholic as well, allegedly. And Andy Anderson Cooper and Lemon got so drunk one year that they banned drinking on the New Year's.
And that was one of the best. That was one of the best shows ever.
Because they were saying a lot of stupid stuff. They were saying a lot of stupid stuff, especially Don Lemon. Because he ended up saying something racist on there, and you black is I don't know what. You're the token black person, and that's the only reason why you've been kept.
Yeah, he's definitely token.
So we're gonna move on to the next. Who's next? I think we talked about. Oh yes, Diddy is going to be doing a versus Dupree. Confirmed, and that is upcoming. So who do you think is coming on top? Or
well, I'm gonna go with Diddy.
Got more hits that I like, but what do you think, Mase? Because we kind of broke up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Diddy.
You think he got more hits than Jermaine Dupri?
I just like Diddy better than I like Jermaine Dupri. I really don't like Jermaine
Even
Dupri.
with all those allegations of him SAing people and all that, alleged stuff going on with him.
Mm-hmm.
You
I like
think
it better
he has
than
more
Diddy. Huh?
You think
I know,
he has more
I think he has more hits than in my opinion than Jermaine Dupri. But yeah, because yeah, I'll go with Diddy. But most of his Diddy can't bring. Diddy would have to like go down to the graveyard and dig up half his roster. But But other than that, I'm gonna go with Diddy. I'm gonna go with Diddy and the Dead. Diddy and the Dead.
And let me not forget to congratulate dabrat and Big Booty Judy on their pregnancy. dabrat revealed this week that she was pregnant with their child. She said she passed her first semester on the Sherry Shepherd show, which we know she's a stud. She may not know everything.
But people, she has a stud aesthetic. She is stud aesthetic, but Brat is definitely the bitch in the relationship. I mean, she's
carrying the baby. I wouldn't.
No, but it's usually like that. A lot of people don't know. Like a lot of times in lesbian relationships, sometimes the person that looks physically like the AG or and not the film inside the bedroom, they switch roles. Like a lot of them be submissive. They are not as aggressive as they look.
I don't know. Maybe it's different in the
no, but a lot because I know a couple of couples that's like married and they're together, and like one has more masculine dominant, and when they get inside the house and in the home, the other one is more dominant and masculine and and they're more of real meeky. And when I watched their show together, I don't really I don't know the Brat. I never like the Brat turned me off ever since she was on that Surreal Life, and she called the I guess what's that white group? I forgot what she called them, has-beens. It was like y'all has-beens or something like that.
It's been a long time since Surreal Life. So
yeah, Surreal Life. So ever since then, I didn't like it because I forgot the name of the group, but I did like the group. What's the name of the group? I forgot. It's the white group. But
I dropped the link, so if anybody wants to come,
calls them has-beens and stuff like that, and I just didn't like the way she did that. Like you calling them has-beens and you're on the same show, like. She was very nasty.
I remember her on that show, and I remember her being on that weight loss show on VH1. Biggest Loser. It's not Biggest Loser. It was similar to that Celebrity.
Yeah, Shar Jackson was on there.
Yeah, I forget the name of the show, but she was on
Celebrity Weight Loss Boot Camp or something like that.
It was some type of weight loss boot camp, and she was on there. And
the Bengals. That was the name of the group. The Bengals. The Bengals, that group, and I like the Bengals song.
I feel like,
and she called them has-beens. Like
everybody has the right to their opinion, but she was, the Brat was on the Sherry Shepherd show, and she didn't know what a trimester was. So I'm gonna need y'all to get with her, let her know what her woman parts do, and that she cannot use the strap on to produce the baby. She has to produce it out of her womanly parts. So make sure y'all let
Oh my
her.
God! If I would pay to see the brat in labor. She probably like, what's happening?
Oh
What
my
is-"
God, the brat in labor. I do not.
I would pay to
that.
see this. Like, they need to film this. Like, but I want to know, did anybody go around there and tell Lisa Ray?
So I was asking about that. There was one story. There's multiple stories out there. That one story that she didn't know, one story that Lisa Ray did know. So at this point, we don't know. We the people do not know if Lisa Ray knew, but she hasn't spoken out, and like she did.
No, but
last
Lisa
time.
Ray, Lisa Ray had recently lost her mother, so RIP to for her to her mother, and our condolences is definitely with her and her family. She lost her mother, I believe, last week.
So these are the pictures. They're kind of odd because to me they're odd because you got this stud pregnant. It's
Like, this is just
it's
like
weird. It's just
it's like,
weird.
she's sitting there with the Godfather with a belly. Like, I'm the Godfather.
It's just weird.
I'm the Godfather and mother, bitch.
It seemed like she would have carried. I guess she cares about her figure too much. And
No, big booty Judy she's the dominant in the relationship.
she is the most dominant when she is dominant.
She's the dominant in the relationship. And usually 8 times out of 10 it's like that. The one that looks like the masculine one is not the dominant one in the relationship.
But I feel like also dabrat is not dominant when it comes to Lisa Ray. I feel like Lisa Ray is over her. Like,
yeah, and I wonder why, because that's not your sister. Y'all are not related. Like, so they need to stop with these, like, and people keep saying that they're not sisters. They are not related.
She's kissing the baby, so I don't know if I guess they went through artificial insemination.
Hey, Miss Bernice. Hey,
Princess
Catherine.
She don't like to be called a stud because she likes girly things. Then be girly. Then be
But
girly.
she's probably not. She's probably like in the middle, like.
You're not girly.
But what I want to see the brat do, I think she needs to come out with a barrette line, the barrette twisters, bobos, and stuff like that. I think she should have had that line, being that she used to have such an iconic hairstyle with the braids and the twists and all the, the bows and stuff like that. And being that her wife is into hair products, I think she should have something called like the Brat Pack or something like that has probably Big Booty Judy's Miracle Drops and with some hair clips and stuff like that that's designed by the Brat. Because she's known for her hair clips and different hair accessories. I think that would be a great thing to offer.
Somebody that they don't know because and it seems like StreamYard is doing something weird.
Yeah, it's been
so we just gonna end it here. Do you? Because it's like merging comments and stuff. It's just like what's going on. But Mase, did I miss anything? Do you have?
Judy. Catherine said she heard the interview say that Judy came to Lisa Ray before they went public. Okay, as long as they let her know.
So yeah, because it was one story that I saw. But that's the thing with blogs is you got to take it for what it is and not go for face value, depending on the blog. Some blogs are more credible than others. I don't
even know. I'm gonna need her to get that twister line out. I think that would be a cute idea. Nice Brat Pack, like call it the Brat Pack, and then have like Big Judy's Miracle Drops, and then have her twisters and barrettes in it, and set it up for the kids. Being that she's about to have a baby too. She's known for all them little twisters and ding-a-ling-ling-ling and stuff in her hair. So I think that would be very cute.
But in that mouth is saying that they're half siblings.
They're not. They don't have the same father. They're not.
Mase is going to stick to what she knows.
No, but they're not. Ask her mother. You ask the brat. That's not her sister. That's not her sister. They're not. They don't have the same father. They don't have the same mother. So how are you sisters? If you don't have the same mother or father, you're not siblings. They probably close. I think they're close, and they but they're not blood siblings. They don't have the same mother, and they don't have the same father.
Yes, thank you, Catherine. It was Celebrity Fit Club. Yes.
Celebrity Fit Club, right?
Yes, and I used to watch that show religiously, and I really think that it inspired a lot of people to lose weight. So I think it's shows like that are.
And did you watch? And did anybody watch Lisa Ray show The Real McCoy? If you watch Lisa Ray show The Real McCoy, I watched The Real McCoy, and her father doesn't have any other kids, and her mother and she sure ain't come from the brat mother. Her father don't have no other kids.
Bernice says So Def versus Bad Boy is a good one. I would pick Jermaine. I feel like I like Jermaine's hits better, even though Diddy may have more bops. Jermaine, it's the Atlanta swag. The Atlanta swag is a little bit different. It's a little bit different, y'all.
It is. I just don't like Jermaine Dupri.
I don't like him for what he did to Janet. How you
do to Janet?
How you hook up with Janet and do you want to cheat on Janet?
He probably was tired of her whispering.
Janet?
He was tired of her whispering in that corner. She was probably down there whispering. He was like,
you could have had a bag for real if you would have got with Janet. You could have had a bag.
I can't believe Janet, and it's so weird. Like,
you want to cheat on Janet?
And maybe he has a great personality. Maybe his personality is.
No, it wasn't the personality. It wasn't. Let's be clear on what I'm talking about. Janet is a size queen. She likes what she likes. It wasn't.
Oh wait! So wait a minute. Wait a whole minute.
Janet is a size queen.
So you're saying that Jermaine Dupri is out here swinging and swinging?
I'm not, y'all.
You saying that he's little but big?
It wasn't the face.
Short but stout?
What Beyonce said must be the because it ain't your face. Because it ain't your face. It ain't your face. It ain't your money.
I wouldn't even want it. Like I could just imagine them eyes on top of me, like, and they just like, no, get off, like, no, stop.
All Jermaine Dupri artists are still alive, and all of Jermaine Dupri artists are still continuing.
Right, so that's probably why he.
Many artists are destitute, broke. They
that's
don't have,
at this point. They
don't have no access to nothing. Like once he kicks you out, I'm still mad at Diddy about Danity Kane. I will never forgive him about Danity Kane, what he did.
Forget Danity Kane. What about the other group? He had the rap group with Babs,
Tony Braxton, Mary J. Blige, all these people that have fell under Diddy. I just can't rap with Diddy. I don't really like Diddy as a person.
You know what? Because if anybody suffered the most, it was Dylon. Dylon was
supposed to be huge.
It was supposed to be
Dylon. The band, like, I used to watch Making the Band religiously. I watched every episode. And for the band to come out and flop.
Not Janet. You know Janet got a mean whisper. You know, she knows it and I know it. We all know Janet.
No Janet Jackson slander.
No, it's not slander that she got a mean whisper. I said she probably was over there whispering. I love Janet. I love Janet Jackson. Let's be clear. My daughter looks like Penny. But she probably was over there whispering. Jermaine was just like, huh?
Well, Running That Mouth is putting up the name of the father. She's saying David Ray McCoy.
Right, David Ray McCoy, and it's not the Brat's father.
Mase want to see the DNA.
I want to see the DNA test. That's not. He has one child. He doesn't have any other kids.
Oh, and y'all make sure y'all donate to the channel because it is my birthday weekend.
Yes.
So, my birthday is coming up on Tuesday, so y'all make sure y'all go and donate to the channel. Y'all see where it's going. Y'all see we made a few upgrades, but we're gonna continue to make a few more. Did I miss?
This is not some more and whatchamacallit and Nia Long situation.
Where is Dylon? Where is Dylon?
Yeah, where is Dylon?
And
I need Dylon to come back. I see Babs Bunny. You know, Babs Bunny
has been doing her own separate thing with Queen of the Ring, and I do follow Queen of the Ring. I think it's very, very much interesting, and it's very much good to see new talent, raw talent in the streets.
Right. Shout out to Remy Ma.
So Babs has been doing her thing separately on Queen of the Ring. Follow Queen of the Ring on YouTube. They do it's all female rap battles.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. It's interesting. It keeps my interest. I've been watching her for years.
Yeah, me too. That's
So
Bunny. Ness.
it's very raw, gutter snake, New York.
Yes, it's battle rap. Like
in the warehouse, battle rapping. So if you like rap or if you like the culture, check that out.
that is, I like the Queen of the Ring, and also like Ness. What happened to Ness? You know, Sierra. Sierra done been to jail.
Chopper had some allegations against him with his ugly self. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Chopper. Oh yeah.
Chopper was ooh.
You know, a lot go. They need to put the band back on TV. I watch those reruns. Put the band back on the TV because that was some funny mess.
That was funny, but ooh, some of the people wasn't. I don't think for you to survive in music, unfortunately, is music. The music industry is superficial, and then
people still believe that their brother is their siblings. They are not siblings at all.
Is in jail. Chopper is in jail. So let me do some investigation and find out what he in jail for, because I didn't know he was in jail. They saying don't be talking about their daddy. That's their daddy. That's their daddy.
That's their father. That's their father. But you know what? Somebody got to tell the Brat mother that that's their father, and somebody should have told Lisa Ray mother that that was their father, because they said, if you watched The Real McCoy, she sat and said she don't have no siblings. The mother sat there and said, like, nope, she don't. And the father don't have any other kids. But and I think the father's sister or something sat down. The father doesn't have any other kids. But if they want to be sisters, they could. I don't care. But that's a
I liked watching the band, but I don't think they worked well together. I think it was too many rappers and it was one singer. It was weird to me. And as far as Day 26, I don't feel like they worked well together either. I felt like Danity Kane, out of making the band, was his best group, but he messed that up.
But he said that, you know, he didn't think that they were gonna if you saw, I think they just did like an interview or something. One of the members that was on there wasn't the funny looking white girl, the old looking white girl. It was another one of the black girls. She just said that, like, when they first did the album and they dropped the album, they only pressed, I think, 10,000 copies or something like that, because they only thought that they wouldn't sell. They thought they would only sell that amount, and when they superseded that and they wanted more, like they went like Dawn was the one who did that interview. I saw they said they sold, you know, all that, and they was expecting them. Bad Boy didn't really want to put the money behind them to support them. They didn't expect them to do as well as they did, and I feel like Diddy is not he's a good business person, but he's not a good business person at the same time, because Danity Kane was bringing in the dollars. And you messed it up and messed up the thing, because Danity. But who has Diddy had, like, as far as you can't name one rapper or one rap group that's been with Diddy, that's been successful, that's been with Diddy and still with Diddy currently. Even like Nancy fell to Diddy. But everybody, La Locks, Mase, Biggie, like, you don't have any out of all the people you had on your roster. Right? You had several. You had Danity Kane. You had all these people on the Bad Boy roster. Where the hell are they today? And why are they all just basically it seems like they're not where they should be? The only person who seems like they're living it up is you, Diddy. Like, we had one person backstage. If you want to come back, okay, she's back now. So I'm gonna add her to the chat. So y'all, welcome Simone LaBouche. Thank you for coming. How are you?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so happy you guys went live this Saturday.
How are you? Thank you for coming.
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me. And Mase, let me just say, why are you in such disbelief that Lisa Ray and dabrat are siblings? They are half siblings.
I know somebody
personally in Chicago. Father.
No, I knew somebody knew her father in Chicago, an older gentleman, and he said they're not siblings. And also the mother said that they wasn't siblings, and that's her own mother said that they're not siblings, that they grew up together and they were really close. Like they were close. That I think Lisa Ray took her under her wing or something like that, and she said that she was, when Lisa Ray started going out into Hollywood during I guess the Players Club days or whatever like that. And in fact, they met and they were very, very close. They went to the same school or something, but years apart, and that they were close, but they're not actually really blood brothers. They don't have a parent in common. That's what her mother said.
Okay, I thought that I remember hearing something different on
No,
Ileana.
because before
I think
everybody was saying how are they related? Like, or do they have the same mother? No. Do they have the same father? No. So how are their siblings if they don't have the same mother or father? If you look at the history, even with Lisa, do you go back and watch The Real McCoy? I think it's
allegedly.
It may allegedly. This is alleged. I don't know, but like I said, I do recall the mother saying that Lisa Ray was the only child with her father, and that's why Lisa Ray was so spoiled with the father. Even on Ayanla, if you go back to Ayanla, when Lisa Ray, her mother, was just on Ayanla, the mother said it like she was the father's only child. So the father treated her like it was her, like he was her woman, like he was her, like she was his woman instead of his daughter. So that's why her mother got into conflict, and she said that she was his only child. That's what the mother said.
I think that I saw that. I thought that I saw that episode, and Lisa Ray is about 7-8 years older than dabrat.
Right.
So for a period of time, yes, she was the only child.
But she was talking about incidents
later.
where she was a teenager, because she said, when she ran away, she said she went away and she was living with her father, and she was talking about incidents after she even had her daughter. So how old was she after she said when Lisa Ray had her daughter, and that she had mentioned stuff that was there, but she alluded to she was the only child. She said she's the only child, and that, and she resented, because I guess the father ended up getting killed by the girlfriend, I believe. If I'm correct, the father was murdered by his girlfriend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe she.
Yeah, I believe she said that. She said, and that
yes,
Lisa
that
Ray was the only child, and being the only child, and her father she was devastated, and that she was saying, she kept reiterating that she was the only child of her father, and that's why she was so spoiled. She kept reiterating that. She kept go back and watch out. She kept reiterating it.
Princess says that he cheated on the brat's mom, and that's why she says those things.
Oh, okay, maybe so. Then I'm talking about the brat's mother, though. I'm talking about Lisa Ray's mother.
But my thing is, you never know the reason behind.
Yeah, you never know. But as far as the thing and the family saying, they said no, they're not related. So I don't know. You never know. Well, I don't have a dog in that fight. So if they related, good. If not, I don't care. That's it. But
let me say this. I do believe that David Ray McCoy was known as a playboy. So there may be a few women who have feelings of, no, I was the only one. I was his only mother of his child. That's possible. That's very possible.
That is true.
I wanted to go back to Nicki Minaj if I could.
Yes.
I think Nicki Minaj took a page out of the Cardi B Tasha K case and said, I'm not going down that road. I'm cutting this off and I'm nipping this in the bud. Cardi B called Tasha K and pleaded with her, woman to woman, mother to mother, please stop with these lies. It's affecting me. It's affecting how I interact with my husband and my child. And Tasha K didn't care. She said, look, I only care about money. This is the game I'm going to play. So I think that Nicki Minaj said, look, this is the cease and desist letter I'm going to send to all the bloggers, all the journalists. When you speak about me, make sure it's truthful and make sure you have receipts. Otherwise, I will pull you into court. And if you don't pay the judgment, I will take your trademark and I will shut you down. And I don't think that she's wrong for that. Let me say, I know Nosy. This is a woman who is hurting. She's been through a great deal. She is in pain. But what she has to realize is her pain doesn't give her license to hurt others. Nosy Ho says some horrible things. Horrible. Vile. About Black women, about single mothers, about about people who are her peers. She has to learn this is not the way to build an audience. And I don't think that Nikki is necessarily being petty. I think that she's setting a precedent.
I don't think she's setting the precedent because, like you said, Cardi B did it before her. I think she's following in Cardi B's footsteps. But at the same time, even though we don't agree with what Nosy Ho said and what Nosy Ho said about kids, I don't agree with going against kids. That's absolutely wrong. However, she does have freedom of speech, does she not?
Yeah, but you just have to get down to the legality.
She does have freedom of speech, but freedom of speech doesn't mean that you can lie, just tell flat out lies about people. And I don't think that she's following Cardi B in that Cardi B called Tasha K and tried to work with her for over a year. And Tasha K persisted. What Nicki Minaj is saying is, no, I'm not going to work with you. You lie about me, I will haul your ass into court. And let me be clear, I've got the money, I've got the time, I've got the legal team. You tiny bloggers, you don't. So don't think you're going to make a name off my back.
Okay, but also, what do you think about her saying in her that Nosy Ho had pulled up? She was saying that the drugs that I use, right? She said my drug of choice that I use is in my songs. And then she pulled up a song where she was saying something. I don't even recall the song, but it was something alluding to the fact of the something basically using another a slang term for the powder. It said that in the song, like, and so when someone asked, "Do you use drugs?" She said, "Well, if you want to know what I use or what's my drug of choice, listen to my songs."
So this is what I feel, and this is what has been precedented in law. Rappers, you cannot use their lyrics against them in criminal court. So if they say, I'm going to go out and shoot them,
I think it's a new rule because Young Gunna, you had Young Gunna and them, they're using their lyrics against them.
Because I can only tell you about what I know, and from what I remember hearing is that rappers, you cannot use their lyrics against them because those are lyrics. That is art. That is not real life. And when a rapper goes out and says, I'm going to shoot him, that doesn't mean that they're really going to go out and shoot him. So from what I remember having been said in court, just because Nikki may have said, yeah, I do lines of coke or blah, 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 that doesn't mean that you can go out saying, she is a drug addict.
No, not because of that. That's what I'm saying. Because I personally understand that lyrics are lyrics. So I wouldn't equate like what a person's rapping about to their real life or what they use. Because a lot of people say they're gangsters and they do all this and they're not, they don't do that. But what I'm saying is if someone, that's like, if I had a song saying, hey, I'm sniffing powder all day, right? Let's say if I had a song that said I sniff powder all day, that's the name of my song. Now I get on live and someone asks me, hey, Mase, what's your drug of choice? And I say, hey, if you want to know my drug of choice, just listen to my songs. I am giving that person the direct optive to go listen to my songs and take what I said in my songs for truth. Am I not?
I guess you might have a point there. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be
she actually got on a live and said, someone asked her, what's your drug of choice? She said, do you want to know my drug of choice? Just listen to my songs. She said that. That's what she said. And this was the video. I didn't even see the video until the video was brought up when all this mess came up. Because I don't take her as a drug. I just didn't think that I don't think no one uses drugs until I see them like, oh my God, drugs, no. You know what I'm saying? I just say everyone doesn't use it. Mm-hmm. But I was like, oh wow, Nikki, you said that? And now the thing says that? Like, so
but Nikki is not innocent. She's a mean girl.
What I'm saying is she omitted to she said, if you want to find out what's my drug of choice, listen to my songs. And then someone brought up the lyrics of her songs. To where she
let me say this. Can I just say this? Can I say this? With the way that Nosy goes off on people, Do you not think that this was bound to happen to her?
Of
Someone
course.
was going to drag her into court.
Eventually,
Someone.
Eventually.
Eventually,
Because
I thought
people-
I didn't even think someone's going to drag her in court. I thought someone was going to literally drag her. You understand? Because I said no, because like, girl, you live in New York. If I was Nikki, you live right there in New York. You want me to go down to her house? Because I'll go right down to your building. That's how we get down. Like we go into your building. We waiting for you to come out.
Sean, I'm asking, who do you think is faking the funk? Nosy or Nikki? Who's faking the funk? I think Nosy just shared her opinion.
That wasn't an opinion. That was more than an opinion that she shared. I don't think she just shared an opinion. I think she did go overboard, and it was more than an opinion. It wasn't just an opinion.
It was overboard. It
wasn't just an opinion. When you say that,
opinion.
if you say you better get your child before he wrap his little fat fingers around a knife before he's able to grip a knife, and say that wasn't someone's opinion. That's beyond. That's why I said we would have fought. It wouldn't have been no going to court, no nothing. You live in New York. I'm at your door. You understand? And I'm at your door and I'm waiting for you to come out. We're gonna handle this right then and there. So we're gonna handle it. It's not gonna be no long talking. We ain't gonna do no talking. We ain't going to no court. Somebody gonna end up going to prison, or somebody going to the going down or going to prison. It's one or the other. You're not gonna get out there and just disrespect me like that. Whatever, and I can reach you. If I can reach you, you're gonna get touched. But she took it the legal way and was like, well, I'm gonna find something, because you can't sue her for that. You can't sue her for talking about your child, because freedom of speech. That was freedom of speech, but that was wrong. But when she got her with, you said I use drugs. Okay, got you. You said all this about my husband, and she could be mad about that. But you know what? I can't sue you for saying that about my husband. I can't sue you for talking about my kid. I can't sue you for calling me bloated. I can't sue you for talking about me, but I can sue you for saying I use drugs, because that's defamation of character, and that's going to directly affect my income by you saying that I'm a drug addict. So that's why I'm going to
admit to using drugs in your salon.
But this is what I'm saying. But this is where the double-edged sword come in. You said what you said, so her lawyer can bring this up, Miss Petty. You said if someone wants to find out your drug of choice, to listen to your music, right, Miss Petty? Yeah. So in lyric,
but you know what? That's the problem. Nosy didn't respond. Nosy did not respond, and that's the problem. Nosy could have responded, but she didn't.
But the lawyer said her lawyer.
That's the concern here.
No, but her lawyer actually said that the reason, this could be just made up, but the lawyer did go on to Armand Wiggins, called the lawyer live. The lawyer answered, and the lawyer said that it was supposed to be amended. That's why they didn't respond. They said they were supposed to amend it, and they was waiting for the amendment. So that's why they didn't respond. So that's the reason he was given for them not responding. That Nikki's legal team was supposed to amend the initial documents, and they was waiting for that amendment for them to respond. And so that's why they didn't respond. That's what he said. The lawyer
what was it supposed to be amended to?
He said I guess they was adding new charge, maybe new something new to the documents. He was like, they were supposed to add something new to the documents, and the documents were supposed to be amended. Y'all could go listen to Armand Wiggins show from yesterday, because he had the lawyer on live. And lawyer said that, but the judge and that everything is all good. That's what he said. But you know how lawyers are.
There currently, if there is no judgment against Nosy Ho, and I'm not saying we all have to agree or anything like that, but I don't like to see other bloggers taken down, because that makes me feel like I can't say what I have to say on my channel without being censored or being, I don't know, blackballed or whatever you want to say.
Well, if somebody's wrong, they're wrong. No, we shouldn't go against bloggers and go against things, but we should be able to tell the truth. Because I'm gonna not just say that. Because
for us on this channel, I don't like to go out and tell things that's not true.
Yeah, I said, of course,
we share our opinions on things that are already happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, we're not making up stories. We're not breaking stories. We're sharing what's already happening, and we're sharing our opinions.
Yeah, so, it was me. She knew what she was doing. She was dragging it. She was dragging it. She found the soft spot. She was dragging it. She probably didn't. Nikki probably didn't like. Who want to hear about their husband being a a graper. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear about that or whatever like that, even if they are. You know what I'm saying? Probably don't want to hear it all the time. Every 2 minutes, you got to have it, bring it up, and such, and they're doing this.
I agree with you, Princess. I do feel like she overstepped the boundary.
And she just found a loophole. Like, she girl, did. I can't sue you for you talking about my husband because it's true. But Simone, I can't sue you for talking about my son because it's freedom of speech. But girl, I can sue you for you saying that I'm a drug addict because that's defamation of character. And that could affect my money as me being an artist. So therefore, I can sue you for that. And I will because I can. That's how Nikki felt. Sometimes you got to watch. We got to watch our mouths in life because it is repercussions for what you say. So she just getting the repercussions of what you say because my repercussion would have been a fist in her mouth. I would have rearranged her face and we wouldn't have been talking about this no more. And that's what it would have been. But Nikki's going the legal right. Nikki's very mature and she's going the legal right. I'm not that mature yet.
But Simone, go ahead with your opinion on the other topics, or if you want to continue with this one, just let us know how you feel. I see you kind of you're sitting right there, so just let us know what you feel because we accept everybody's opinion. You don't have to agree with us. You don't have to agree with me or Mase.
Well, no. One of the reasons why I love coming on your show is because we have a healthy discourse. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree. And I do appreciate the conversation. I just want to make sure that that's clear. The next thing that I wanted to comment on was Sierra and her Beyonce and the entire situation there. First thing that I want to say is Sierra has not received the support from the industry, the music industry, that Beyonce received. You know, the music industry acts as if there's only one Black person they can support at a time. Do you all remember Terrence Trent D'Arby? Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. I was watching a documentary on him. And he said when he first came to the industry, they said, you know what? You seem like another Prince or Michael Jackson to us, and we don't need another Prince or Michael Jackson. And his response was, Prince and Michael Jackson are musical geniuses. How could you not need another musical genius? So Terrence Trent D'Arby couldn't find the support that an artist needs to be successful because Prince and Michael Jackson were already being supported. And I truly do feel that Sierra, Amira, is that her name? And a number of other artists don't have the support from the music industry because the music industry isn't only racist and sexist and biased in a number of ways, they simply don't support all artists equally. And while Sierra is just as talented as Britney Spears, if not more, she most certainly didn't receive the support which Britney Spears received. And I think that needs to be noted.
I agree with you. Britney Spears cannot hold a tune in a bucket. She cannot. However, Britney was that bee in the early 2000s. She was that bee.
Britney gave what needed to be gave. But Britney, that was a different time. Britney gave what needed to be gave.
That was a different era.
That was a different second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Like Shady just said, Britney cannot hold a tune. She did all of Janet Jackson's old moves. Britney received the support because she's blonde and white.
Right.
Now, I feel horrible about what happened to her in that conservatorship. That was wrong. That shouldn't have happened. But let's be honest. Britney doesn't have the talent that many other artists have, but she does have whiteness and blondness.
Yeah, but we can't compare our Black artists to even like as far as the white artists because we are never
because it puts it in perspective.
But it does, but we are never going to get those same accolades.
Britney had the producer, she had good beats.
But it wasn't even about her beats. Like Simone said, it was her whiteness. Let's be clear.
It was her whiteness. It was
if
her
Britney was Black singing the way she was singing, Britney wouldn't have got past the doorman. You understand what I'm saying? If she was Black singing the way she was singing, she wouldn't have got past the doorman. She wouldn't have got past Mickey Mouse. Not even Mickey Mouse wouldn't even came down in the Disney show. It wouldn't have been Mickey. She would have got a Mortimer or something. It wouldn't have been. it wouldn't have been. It was just because she's white. Like I said, as far as like the black talent, we can't even like. That's like we compare to the white. They're gonna get it. They're gonna get it because let Sierra had been hollering the way Britney was hollering. They wouldn't even open the door. They wouldn't at Disney. Cats shut
But
down.
why are y'all attacking? The reason why Sierra is brought up today is because y'all are attacking her for her independent song that she's trying to put out while being married. Y'all attacking her for being married.
No. I'm not attacking her. I'm not attacking her. Remember, I said that people have been on her since she came out. They have questioned her womanhood. They have questioned the men she dated. They have questioned her talent. They've questioned everything about her. I'm not doing that. I'm saying she didn't receive industry support. Look at her. She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she may not have the same vocal range as Beyonce. Come on, you've got to give it to Beyonce. She's got the vocal range. She
But
simply
Beyonce
does.
has the
She can
whole
dance
package. And I'm not putting
fire.
like I like Sierra, but Sierra don't have it like Beyonce. It's a different.
Sierra was that girl.
She was that girl, but she does not have. Beyonce has a it factor. Beyonce walks in the room, you know Beyonce's in the room. Like I said, even with Kelly sings better than Beyonce to me. Kelly is actually more attractive to me than Beyonce, but Beyonce has it. Kelly ain't got it like Beyonce got it. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, Beyonce got it. And Sierra don't. I'm sorry, she don't got it.
Well, hold on a second.
Like Beyonce.
Yes, Beyonce does. Okay. Let's be honest. Beyonce's it factor comes in her European-esque qualities, but her voice, you cannot deny the quality of her voice.
No, her voice
of all of the women of the women who were in Destiny's Child, Beyonce has the greatest range. She has the greatest vocal ability. You can't deny that. Beyonce she can sing opera, she can sing pop, jazz, she could do whatever she wants. What I'm saying is Sierra is more talented, not just as, but more talented as the Britney Spears, and she doesn't receive the support. So when you're talking about, what Sierra is doing and where she's moving and how Beyonce had children and got married and did this, that, and the other, Beyonce had support that Sierra did not have. And I'm gonna, let me say it again. Beyonce has excellent vocal range. She dances like no other. She also is very European-esque, and that's where a great deal of her support came from.
But look at Sierra and Beyonce. They damn near look alike. Like, it's not that much of a, to me, I'm saying it's not that much of a difference. I don't think Sierra has it like Beyonce. I don't think Sierra just has the it back. I don't look at Sierra and be like superstar. And not even that. I look at Beyonce
she was
like
a star. She was a star. So
a star, but not super. It's a difference. Anybody could be a star, but you're not super. And Sierra's not super to me. Sierra's she could be a star.
She had the vocal range. She had the dance ability.
And we can't even compare her to like these white, like I said, these other white artists because they're going to get in the door automatically because they're white. They're going to get in the door. They can do a little. They sound like
this is my point. This is my point. This is my point. If you gave me a bucket, I couldn't carry a tune. That's just the simple fact of the matter. But if I had industry support, I could be a top-selling recording artist. I could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could be a top-selling recording artist. So I think that when we talk about how far someone went and what they did, ability and vocals, all of that is important. But when you have industry support, it compares to no other. I was on LinkedIn not long ago, and I was reading an article about office workers, and it talked about office workers who had the manager's favor, who the manager liked. If the manager likes you, you will ultimately do better. You will go further, period. Right. No matter how your talents stack up against your colleagues. Mm-hmm. And this is true in the industry. Beyonce is well liked, and one of the reasons she is well liked is because of how European-esque she is.
I'm not gonna deny you on that, Simone. I'm not gonna deny you on that, but I do feel like if she didn't have the talent to back it up, it wouldn't mean anything. Because nobody.
I don't think Sierra got it like that. I never like. I think Sierra was that girl at one point, but I don't think she got it to hold it and sustain. That's the whole thing. Beyonce can hold it and sustain. Like she can sustain the test of time. I don't think Sierra could sustain. Like you was hot for a minute, girl, but now not so much. And I think Beyonce just sustained because they look alike. Like the pointy nose,
alike except for the hair.
I'm saying like the features, the small keen features, the keen nose, the eyes and stuff like that. She's a very beautiful woman, and I don't think she just has it. I don't think her it was
I think she was too urban when she came out. She was really urban. She was.
It looked like she was fronting to be urban. To me, it was a real frontation. Like it was like, oh, I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. It was giving like
all the hoods in Atlanta in her music. So that when you name all the hoods, that make it seem like you just.
So when you name all the hoods and you pop and do it like this, why are you naming them?
When you do this, and
you do this,
are you name all the hoods? But Simone, do you have anything else to say about any of the topics?
Shoot, now I'm looking at Sierra. I'm like, shit, she looking like Beyonce to me. I'm scared. Like, wait.
Let's see. We talked about Sierra. What did we talk about first?
What do you think about Boosie and T.I.?
To be quite honest, if you're an artist, be an artist. If you're a talk show host that talks shit all day long, then that's what you do. What are these men doing? They used to be artists. They used to be in the studio. They used to produce. They used to create. And now they just get a microphone in their hand and speak poorly of one another. Please go back to the studio. And if you're done in the studio, find something else. This is sad. It really is.
It is ignorance at its finest. Because my thing is like, Boosie, how can you want to destroy a friendship and let go of a friendship over him allegedly snitching on his dead cousin? But him and his wife can be accused of allegedly drugging and snatching Tootsie Cat. And you don't want to not be his friend over that. Like, that's not, hey.
That's just like him talking about his daughter being lesbian. And
it's so crazy. Like, to me, like, it's so weird. Like, this man is accused of snitching on someone who's deceased. But when him and his wife was literally accused of snatching, drugging, and snatching the Tootsie Cat and putting toe jam all up in people's vagina, they were accused of this. They said the toes was all in it. Like, it was fungus, toe fungus. She needed to douche with athlete's foot powder after she finished because he had his foot all in it. But he could do all this, and this was cool.
I'm gonna need Boosie to wear a shirt and drink water. Drink water, people. Everybody,
he look like one of the raccoons right now. That was on my grandmother's fire escape.
If you're watching this video, drink some water right now as I'm talking.
He needs to wring out his liver. His liver needs to literally be washed.
Drink some water, you guys.
No, he need a cap full of bleach.
Go ahead, Simone.
Just a cap full.
As I said, there was a period of time when these two men produced, created music, made art. Now they just sit back and speak poorly of one another and other people. It's sad. And as far as I'm concerned, it's beneath at least T.I. I must be honest, I've never had a very high opinion of Boosie, but I think that T.I. created some really quality music, and this seems just beneath him. Go back to the studio.
T.I. is beneath himself.
Right. Because I'm like, the way he be walking. He be walking and using all those enormous words that he probably, and it's like
T.I. wants to appear intelligent.
You're not even putting him in the right spot. Like, sir, it's frivolous. It's frivolous.
He looks dirty, washed up. Both of them are washed up. That's why they were trying to work together on this album that's not coming together. But I think they just need to drink water and just be happy in their own lives.
And I think Boosie, he got diabetes, allegedly.
I don't know about diabetes, but I know he has liver issues. Liver issues.
Oh, that could be why his eyes are yellow. Because that's probably why.
It's not probably jaundice. It's probably the liver.
Not saying because the liver will make your eyes yellow.
So go ahead, Simone.
looking like old Yeller. He needs to rinse it. Like I said, he needs to rinse his kidneys or something. He need to rinse.
Drink water. That's it.
No, it's not only water. Water cannot help this. This is not just water. You think water is a miracle drug? Like water can't help.
No, I don't think water is a miracle drug, but I don't think he's not. He hasn't drunken water in 2 or 3 years.
He needs more than water. This is some type of flushing. This is like a bleach. I'm telling you, he need a cap full of Clorox. It's a lot going on up in that face area. He needs a lot of stuff done.
Face, body, nails.
And I don't think just water alone is gonna help him.
What do you think, Simone? What do you think Boosie needs? Do you think he needs like a mask, or what do you think he needs?
Well, when you look at Boosie, it does the coloration. There is something going on there. I don't know if that's over alcohol consumption, a lack of sleep, a hard party life, a vitamin deficiency, but it doesn't appear as if he's caring for himself well.
I agree with you. Do you have anything else to say about any of the topics that we talked about tonight, or anything that you want to get off?
Yeah, I wanted to comment on Don Lemon. I feel, as with Chris Como, he needs to realize that when you look at the news, the faces that you see, they're mainly under 35. So when you make the slip that he made and you're 55, you should expect to be on the chopping block. Don Lemon is very expensive, as was Chris Cuomo. These new kids coming up, they are young, they are hungry, they don't need as much money. Right. I think that this is much more about how much it costs to keep a Don Lemon on air than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
He got beside himself. He really got beside himself with that comment. Like he was.
He did.
Yeah, he thought he was talking about. He didn't know who was in the building, because you see how they turned. What? Not what. He didn't realize, he forgot who he was sitting next to.
Yeah, you forgot that you're sitting next to Persuasion, and Persuasion opinion matters more than yours at CNN.
Yeah, you can't say that. The Persuasion woman is washed up and tied, and and
as much as he fools with Persuasion, he thinks he's in with the crowd. And
he said the men are not washed up, but the Persuasion women definitely are. So that's what
feels like he's in that crowd where he's an elitist. He's like an elitist. Like I'm
better. I'm better. But this is the same thing that we were talking about, as far as like when people get in a certain stature in life, sometimes they equate white with something better, or like a clean. Like, I have this person. This is a trophy on my arm. I have to be of a certain stature to get this. This white tilapia.
Go ahead, Simone. I know you want to say something.
No, I just really do feel that this has more to do about his age and salary than anything else, as it did with Chris Cuomo. Chris Cuomo, he ended up leaving CNN because of how he protected his brother, the governor, at the time. But in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, at the end of the day, there were younger, more affordable faces right behind him. And he, Wolf Blitzer, Dana Bash, all of those experienced anchors who I truly appreciate. I really do. They need to be aware of that this younger crowd, that's who management is protecting and promoting.
I agree, Simone. I agree.
Yep, that's true. Very true.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. And I also wanted to say thank you for allowing me to spend another Saturday night with you.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming up. We love for you to come up. You always have such great.
I appreciate you. And it seems like the chat appreciates you as well. The chat loves you as well. So
that's because Simone comes with this mature insight, very knowledgeable.
We ratchet over here.
Yeah, so we get a little ratchet, but Simone builds us back in.
So I appreciate other opinions. because we
You know what?
We got a snipe.
One of the reasons why I love going on House of the Princess is because she's 50% ratchet, 50% righteous. And
That's
just
right.
because you guys get ratchet doesn't mean that you are not also righteous. So you go ahead and get righteous. We'll get ratchet. We'll all get ratchet together, and we'll bring it back around to righteous at some point.
Wait, did you
At
hear
some
about
point,
did you hear
eventually.
about the stones that was found in Africa, the electric charged stones?
I haven't heard anything about
No,
Yes,
I'll have to look up on that. No.
No, I could. Well, I'll send it to you, Shady, and I'll send it to you, Simone. They found electrically charged
Yeah.
stones in Africa. And I'm like, do you know what this means for this continent? Do you know how they're about to come at this continent and destroy them for this?
As if they haven't already. I mean,
But I'm just saying, but this
Africa was full of resources. We
this
can do a
stone,
whole deep dive. We can do a whole deep
it
dive.
connects light and everything, and even the African scientist, he found a way to have TVs work without electricity. He made a helicopter that runs on without electricity, without being charged up. Cars that run, and it's been like 3 assassination attempts on his life. The last one, he was poisoned.
Wow.
And also, do you remember the shooting that happened in Buffalo, the mass shooting in the supermarket?
I do.
Okay, remember the black security guard that was shot and killed?
Yeah, he produced
He actually was making a motor that runs on water.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And like I said, it's bigger than rap, y'all. It's bigger than rap. If the
They're
world
trying
is
to
round,
kill
why
black
would up and down?
inventors because they want
It's
the
bigger than
black-
rap. You got to pay attention to everything that's going on, especially now. The stuff that's happening right now. They just found, I think, over 200 lakes that with warm water in Antarctica underneath all that ice. 200 lakes. That's underneath all that ice.
Wow.
But we're gonna stay abreast to that.
Yes, you gotta keep your ears to the streets, because you don't even understand what's going on right now. It's going down right now as we speak, and we're sitting here wrapped up in all this stuff. We got to get wrapped up in other things too. It's a lot of stuff going on right now.
But thank you, Simone, so much. I appreciate you coming on and giving your honest opinions, and I appreciate you sharing with us. I really do. I really do.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank you
we
so
love
much
you.
for having me. I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to continue to watch.
Thank you, Simone.
Thank you, Simone.
All right, shout out to Simone LaBouche for coming on.
Yes.
I appreciate all of our new subscribers that we got on our channel. We do have a community tab now, like I said, so I am going to be posting more on there. I want you to share your opinions. What do you want us to review? What do you not want us to review? Because I'm thinking about reviewing the Real Housewives Girls Trip. Is appearing to be a good season. Also, we are most likely going to review Power Book coming up on March 17th.
What I want to review is that church show that's coming out. What is that on WeTV? The new church show, Groaning Gospel.
We
I want to see how it, what it does. I want to watch the first couple of episodes to see how it does. But also, I was thinking about the Life After Lockup. They just premiered Friday. This past Friday, they just premiered Monique and Derek.
Besides the one, the big girl.
They keep rolling. Monique and Derek is on there. We have Monique and Derek. We have Deontay's ex-girlfriend, the white girl that was with Deontay. We have a couple of the same old characters.
The thing about it is that 90 Day Fiance, I'll be into it when I do a sit down watch-a-thon. Like if I'm with a friend and they say, let's watch 90 Day Fiance, and we watch all the episodes and I do that, but it's not something that I personally will come back to every week.
Yeah, but that Love After Lockup
I love a marathon. I love a marathon.
Yeah, but they don't even give you time for the marathon, because I was so shocked that a new season, like they just wrapped the last season last Friday and they back with a new season. I'm like, when did these people
always
sleep?
a 90 Day Fiance or a 90 Day Lockup?
I'm like, when did these people sleep? But on the Monique, I'm feeling Mo because Mo is coming through. Mo is not having it. Mo is not playing. Mo's gonna fight the sisters. Mo came with both her sisters this time. She was like, I'm rolling with both my sisters. I ain't gonna only have one. I'm gonna need two.
So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna be asking y'all, what do y'all want from us? And I appreciate all of our new subscribers. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Shout out to Simone LaBouche for coming on and giving her raw opinion. Like I said, y'all don't have to agree with us. Yeah, I'm not a follower. Mase is not a follower. We have our separate opinions, and you can have your separate opinion as well. But I think we as a people need to respect everybody's opinion. So I want to thank Robin, Ranting, Chrislyn, Shar, Princess was in here, Cleo, Catherine, if I didn't say Catherine, Bernice was here.
Chrislyn and Miss Bernice, Shar.
Anybody in the replay, I think this was a great discussion over here. And I want to introduce a new segment to our channel. But that's what we about to get off because they keep messing with us, like, and now we breaking up. So I'm just like, let's just go and get off. Now we talking too much. So once again, thank y'all for coming to our channel, liking, comment, and subscribing. We are growing and we are gonna continue to grow. Mase, do you have anything else to say before we in the chat tonight?
No, I think we done just said it all. Just we appreciate everybody for hanging out with us, and we can't wait to see you guys next time. We love all y'all for, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you was here with us, and we appreciate that.
Not like other people do. Other people will yell at you and cuss you out and kick you out their channel for having.
Right, we ain't gonna curse you out.
I don't get mad when people don't agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. Like, that's when you understand who you are. You're gonna understand that. Everybody's opinion is different. Everybody's perspective is based off their opinion. So, you have to learn to deal with it. So I appreciate everybody's opinion, and make sure y'all like the video. Like the video. It helps our channel out tremendously. And we will see y'all next time. Tuesday, we're going to be on Princess channel for the Potomac review. And then we'll be coming back next week on Friday. But I also was saying that I want to open another venue to our channel where we discuss topics that are in our community. I'm trying to figure out what would be the best date and time for that. So me and Mase is going to discuss, and then we'll let y'all know what we come up with. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate everybody. I know I'm going on and ranting, but thank y'all for subscribing to the Mase and Shady show. And
and do not forget, it is Shady birthday weekend. So y'all know it's his birthday weekend. So y'all want to say your little happy birthday, y'all can say it in the Cash App. Get him together. Get him a little
my Cash App is down below.
Get him a little bottle. He can get a little Casamigos. So next Saturday,
give me some Beyonce tickets because I'm trying to pick between Beyonce tickets or bills. Which one?
Should I live or go to Beyonce?
Bills or Beyonce tickets? Which one? So y'all help me out with that decision.
We gotta put up the. It's gonna be the Beyonce Get Shady to Beyonce Fund, the Get Shady to Beyonce Fund. This is what we putting up. When is this? When is this? When is the concert? Or what concert you trying to go to?
Well, in Atlanta is the weekend of Atlanta 11th because she's doing Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
So we're gonna have to get this Shady to Beyonce Fund. That's the name of the fund.
If I gotta work at the stadium, I'm gonna be there.
Get Shady to Beyonce. This is gonna be for educational purposes. He is going there to do research. He's going there, to come back and report to us. and let us know the going ons of the concert. So we're going to get together and probably pool some money together, as a community and as a family to get Shady to Beyonce. So, this is what we're going to get Shady to Beyonce. That's the new movement. That's what we're standing behind. That's what we're standing on. And, power to the people. Black Lives Matter and Shady
Black Lives Matter, y'all.
Yes,
I'm black. I'm proud. And my birthday is
Beyonce life
Tuesday. On Tuesday the 28th. So y'all.
Bye, Etta J. I'm done. See, now
Sean was throwing a little shade in the chat, but
that's all right. I like it. I like it.
We love the shade because at the end of the day, I'm Shady B, so I love shade. So
right, I love it.
I love it.
So give me some new shit to say, but I already called myself Etta because I was like, I'm Beyonce playing Etta. I'm not even the original Etta. I'm Beyonce playing Etta James because I'm trying to get to a restaurant. And anybody got any gin? Any gin?
No gin for you. No gin for you.
Gin.
It's your black self.
Gin with your restaurant. I always wanted to go to a nice fancy restaurant. Gin.
No alcohol for you. No nothing for
I want a Sunday kind of love. The kind of love that will last past Saturday night. Ooh, and let me know that it's love at first sight.
Y'all like the video for this?
I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh my God. And what's the other one?
Y'all go ahead and like the video for this performance.
Yes, because what's the other one? I wish I'd rather go blind. That's my song. I'm about to tell. I listened to Etta James' Hard Body. I'd rather go blind to see you walking away from me, child. I'd rather go blind
right now because I'm about to go blind because I done had a few glasses of this Jack because I don't have no mixer, so I just been drinking straight Jack. So we just gonna move forward before I end up like Don Lemon.
Right, and I'm gonna get my gin. I'm gonna get my gin because I'm at this nice restaurant with linen table, trying to meet my daddy at a restaurant.
And make sure y'all subscribe to the birthday chat, the birthday funds. Let me know how you feel. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And we will see y'all next week. Goodbye, y'all.